to sort all the ships by capacity. So now I can see that the C2 Hercules Starlift seems to be the one with the largest
Yeah,
capacity.
that's the close to the 700. Yeah, that's the 690.
Caterpillar's a 564. It's a large
The
transport.
Caterpillar is kind of junky. I'm not junky, clunky. And so the issues that
Oh, sure.
you run into it, it's the any of the star lifters fly fairly well. So you have the C2, the M2, and the A2. The A2, I'm sorry, the M2 is more combat oriented. So you only have 522 cargo space, but it is, it has more weapon systems. It is more combat capable than the C2 at the cost of cargo space. It's a good compromise. And I think it's cheaper too.
Well, the M2. Scroll back up. There's C2. There's M2. Okay, so it's listed as large transport military and has a free capacity of 522. The A2, which is the next step down, is a large transport gunship, and it drops the hull by half, like 216. So the length on that one's only 94, and M2 has 94. It's the same. That's hilarious. So it's the same size ship,
Yeah, it's the
and
exact same ship, just different weapon loadout and cargo capacity. And there's also a little bit different crew configuration, like they've changed the beds around and stuff on that top deck.
yeah, and the Starlifter only has room for 3 crew.
They're all star lifters. Go by C2, M2, and A2. It makes it much easier
Right.
to.
Well, I'm sorry. The M2 is 3. The C2 has
It's
room for
two.
2 crew members,
Yeah.
and the A2, I don't know what that is, but I think it's probably gonna be a little larger. Yeah, it has the object computer, which I don't even have. Again, if I'm just looking to like truck shit around, um, is there not a good medium freight, or is it all just large freight is going to be your best voice?
Well, you have the. So let's kind of look at this. You have the Taurus, which is 200, and that's in a lot of ways that's a sweet spot, and you might want to buy that because technically, that thing goes away tomorrow, right? And so how much is it on that website?
Let's see. I wasn't looking at prices yet. I was still looking at just the
The
capacity.
fandom, yeah, yeah. Just look at it
Yeah,
at the.
going back to the price one. Let's see. Let me just search on page for M2. The M2 doesn't have a credit listing. It just has $400 cash.
It's doing it again. 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 I
Oh
can't.
wow!
I can't
Wow!
use. I can't use the auto dock. Fuck. Yeah, I had to close the landing gear. So that's what happened last time. Is the auto dock started slamming me into the. Let me lower this. Let me lower this way down. Let's try this again.
Is there another ship? Okay,
What's going on?
that's weird.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's doing it again.
No, don't use autodoc. Just put it in
Yeah,
there and
yeah. It's so weird. It
keep
didn't used to
going.
do that. It didn't used to do that.
Anyways, for whatever reason on the price site, it doesn't include credit value. It just says 400 cash. There's another ship that says 400 cash, but it's only 9,655 credits, but that doesn't seem to make sense. Like none of these values are right. Like is that a million?
Why does this thing show? The fuck? Why is this like so jacked up? Let me hit that for. Let me zoom around. Is this thing? Okay. Okay, that looks legit. Okay. Let me see if I can repair or at least refuel. Okay, that's good. That's a good. Okay, landing complete. Holy shit, that looks sketchy. And that there's another piece of the equation is when you try to, you get some of these ships like the C2, M2, A2, Carrick. They're so big, that that they can be kind of difficult to get into some of these hangars. What did you say the price for the Taurus was?
They didn't have a credit listing. They only had a dollar amount with $400. No, not the Taurus. That was the M2. Let me look up Taurus real quick.
Because I think that's a good base to go off of, right? So at a minimum, you can always continue to do what you're doing, and you can also use it for bounty missions also. Like you can.
I don't have the credit listing for that either. It's just 190. Doesn't help.
Interesting. I'm maybe search it. Maybe the website's not updated. I'm surprised they wouldn't have that on there.
Search.
Maybe that website's outdated. I'm facing the wrong direction, damn it. Hey, I'm streaming, by the way. Hey, if you just joined the stream, I'm doing a little stream trucking. Okay, I'm gonna go here.
There we go. Cost is to buy it. The Taurus is 3.2 mil.
3.2 mil.
5.6.
Okay. 3.2 mil. That's not bad. I mean, that's wipe out half your money, but it guarantees you the ability. So when that thing resets tomorrow and you lose that thing, at least you have at a base. What the hell? What the hell? There we go. I was like, access denied. Access denied. Here we go, this way. Get a store this bad boy. It's been a while since I've been here. Yeah, they've kind of been adding some more of the equipment in here.
So for the Taurus, the large beam turret, the bottom man turret guns have been replaced with a pair of tractor beams, which allows ease of cargo on and off the ship. There's a safety ejection system.
True, and so
To eject dangerous or unstable cargo while in transit.
true, and so here's the catch to this though, is that ship tractor beam is not in the game yet, and so although it will be wonderful and it'll probably be the most effective in the Taurus because the way the ramp comes down, you could easily move stuff like into the ship onto the ramp. But with other ships like the C2 or there's a lot of ships that won't support that gameplay. And the Taurus has that extra functionality. It's just not in the game. And so it might be another 6 months before that thing is fully visualized. The other piece of the equation is that when because you bought that ship in game, they might, whenever they get around to doing a wipe, that ship's wiped. When you buy a ship for real money, you keep the ship forever. So, but they're not planning on doing any wipes for a hot minute because they've publicly stated that they don't like to do wipes. So that's just something to be cognizant of is that that's one of the caveats. If they do a full server wipe, you're gonna lose that ship. So what some people do is after they played for like 6 months or a year, they played all the ships and they're like, okay, I'm gonna future-proof myself, and I know that this is the gameplay loop I like. This is how I like to do it. I'm gonna buy this ship, and that's it. So that way I can always, they can contribute to the project a little bit. Like I probably have 1,500 hours, 1,000 hours into this game already, and I enjoy it quite a bit. And it has the potential, the community potential, quite a bit, and that's an aspect I like too. Like you were talking about how you can get, the itch satisfied by a couple other games. True, very true, but you can't. It's hard to get that community aspect as well.
Interesting. What are your thoughts on the Raylan?
On the, say that again, the what?
Or maybe this isn't in the game yet. I don't know. Now arriving. Going off of Google here. Railen. Raylan. It's a medium cargo ship manufactured by Carrick Manufacturer.
I don't know if I've heard of that. Is it called the Raft? That can't be it.
Nope, it's the Raylan.
Can you link it? Can you link it in Discord so I could see Raylan? What's it? What's the SCU on it?
SCU.
I would not get anything
20.
Okay, it may not be in the game yet. I would not get anything under 150 at a minimum, just because. I mean, you could get like 100, but the problem is like you have the Miss Freelancer and a couple of the other, and they're like super old janky ships for trucking. They're just not functional. And I like a little bit more updated cockpit. And the nice thing about the C2 or the Starlifter or the Hercules family of ships is they're all fairly new. They're all fairly new. So you said from the hospital, okay, I'm at the hospital. You said you would go out, because I just checked the terminal.
Give me 1 second here. Since I can't buy a ship where I'm at anyways, and I'll go ahead and kill myself and I'll spawn there.
Because I'm at the hospital.
Run over there with you.
Yeah, I'm at the hospital.
Yeah, just go to the front door of the hospital and wait there for. And even though if we're not in the same instance, describe to you what I see. And
yeah. Okay, I'm at the hospital. Okay. Okay. Oh, here's the AC. Here's the terminal to leave. Okay. This used to be a spawn. This is not a bad place to start. I think I'm in your. It's not a bad place to start.
Mic off. Mic feedback off.
There we go. Waking up in the bed now. First things first. Toss that fucking gown. Bloop. Nicky time. Oof. No whammies, no abyss. There we go, that's an elevator, alright. Down to the lobby.
Mic on.
Yeah,
Mic feedback on.
Yeah, that ship that you're describing doesn't sound familiar. It's possible that it's not in the game yet. They have the Argos Raft, which has the 92 SEU, and
is that you?
I don't know. Is it?
Chick jump in front of you?
Yeah, with tickle bitties. Yep.
Yep. All right, follow me.
Hold on, I'm not sitting down yet. Let me sit down. I want to go get something to drink. Okay. All right. Yep, I'm following you.
Here's the AC building, Arc Core.
Oh.
Still with me?
Yeah.
And then here's the 4 monitors facing the statue.
Oh,
Pick any
interesting.
one of these 4 monitors, and that's what you need.
Interesting. So this is just a traditional. Oh.
And from here, you pick audio visual if it's available.
It is. Let me write this down. So it says that it's 242.75. Okay. Let me write this down. 2.48.75. Okay. 2.48.75. So scrap, because there's another terminal like right over there that sells a different inventory. It doesn't have this stuff, but it sells a different. Oh wow!
The audio visual equipment is actually available at the time. Damn.
Okay.
I need to go get my other ship then.
You do.
All right. Because the only other one that I have left only has 96 units.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking load up. Well, anyway, I think this will be my last run for profit, and then that way I can actually buy a ship of my own and like have something to own for once.
Right. Right. I concur. I think that's a great idea. I think that's a great idea. Okay, so now I got to head back.
So you're saying the Raylan does not exist yet?
Okay, that's probably why I haven't heard of it. Is because. So see where this says TDD, Trade Development Division. They also have stuff in here for sale as well.
Okay, I see it now. It says production state in concept.
The sad thing is though is that could be like 2 years. You know, I was looking at some of these concept ships, and I was like, I wonder how long that thing has been in concept. And like, oh, 2018. It's like, fuck, man, really? But you know, I was trying to figure out how long a ship, takes for development. And I think a ship can be in development for like 35 or 40 weeks.
What about the mole?
The mole. So the issue with the mole is that wait, I'm thinking it's not out yet.
God damn it.
What are you talking about?
Does this website have all these ships listed if they're not real?
Who's the maker of that? Argos?
Yeah, Argo Astronautics.
There's the Raft, and there's the.
It can be bought in game and released 3.0.
I think that's the minor.
Yeah, they have the Argo Mole.
Is that the one with like 92 or 72 SCU?
What?
I think that's the minor. That's the one that old boy bought, Bryn bought.
This one says it has cargo space of
72?
288.
What? Does it have a picture of?
By 12, it says 288. It says it's available since alpha. Let's see, they've got the Mole, Mole Carbon, and Mole Tower. 3 different versions of the same ship.
I haven't heard of those. There's the Argos Raft, which has got 92 SCU or something like that. The problem with that though is you can't get in and out of it. The elevator's busted and you can't get out of it. I have it on loaner right now from it's huge too. It's a giant ship. And it's huge.
So it says this one can be bought in game. It's flight ready. So I just have to find a place of Argo Astronautics where they're at to buy it from them, right?
That's what it says. I mean, I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. I think I see why this is not primal, because it says it has, now that I'm reading more details, it has 24 mineral pods, each holding 12 SCU.
Okay, that sounds like the minor. That sounds like the minor.
So unless you're doing minerals specifically, it's not worth it.
Right. It's got the 3 lasers. Yeah, that sounds.
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval system.
Anyway, I need to run and switch ships just so I can make sure I have a larger capacity. This gun.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the
Oh, my Taurus.
Thank you for visiting Arcor, Stanton's capital of commerce. Whatever your
I'll have it in 4
we
minutes.
wish you a beneficial
And I just need to run back and get ready to buy some fucking audio visual. I'll try to figure out what ship I want to buy.
I know it kind of sucks to buy a ship that you already have. Like, I know that's not like sexy because you want the newness. It's like, yeah, I got a Ford Bronco. What are you gonna buy? I'm gonna buy a Ford Bronco. It's like, but it's not the same. But when you look at it, there's not a lot of options when you get above 200. You have what you have now. You have the Caterpillar at 5. And the Caterpillars, don't get me wrong, it's sexy, but it's kind of broken. Like it's hard to get in and out of. It's missing. Some of the doors need to be updated, and like they don't work. And then you run into the issues where when you're taking off, like it doesn't want to release, so you have to kind of like bounce it off the ground to get it to take off. You know, the Starlifters are the best. The Starlifters are arguably the best cargo. I'm finding that this Carrick is not bad. This Carrick's not a bad experience at all. It's not super painful to get in and out of. Carrick's not a bad way to go whatsoever. You know, it's got 500 or 498 or some shit, like, you know, so it's not a bad. That's crazy how though the ship was when I hit the auto land, it would take over and smash me into the wall. Like what the hell, you know what I mean? I wish I would have figured that out before I had saved the ship instead of losing the cargo. I wish I would have. Oh, hey folks, thanks for popping into the stream. I appreciate it. If you could throw me a like, help me out with the YouTube algorithm, because they don't really consider you a real person until you get lots of viewing hours and likes, and they kind of bump you up on the old schematic. Let me I should get a screenshot picture of this. Rotate this around. There we go. Oh, that's a good one. Print screen. There we go. There we go. You can tell it's got some weight. You can tell it's got some weight. It feels like it.
Fuck yeah, I can fill up my Taurus with the audio-visual equipment.
Yeah.
So it's gonna cost me. I'll write this down so I can give you some numbers to work with too.
Yeah, I'm curious what a payload would run.
So right now.
You could probably server hop too. So if it doesn't give it to you there, you can always log onto an Aussie server and then do it there. You know, because at nighttime nobody's.
32250.
Look at that.
Right.
That's epic.
So it's for a full hull on the Taurus.
Landing gear raised.
It's gonna cost me 4.328250, and I'm buying that now. Okay, I've just blown 4 mil.
Wait, it cost you 4 mil almost to fill that up?
4.328 mil. Because
Oh,
I
wow.
bought the audio visual stuff. Every time I've made these runs, only the available. But to do the audio visual for the first time now, it's cost me that much to do 174 units.
Wow. Okay.
And so now, going off of my guesstimation, when I go back, I should get 8 mil in profit. 8 mil back, so that'll net me 4 mil profit.
Okay. Nice. Very nice.
Now it's just making the time necessary to go through bullshit and the 15-minute Atmo and blah blah blah.
Blasey, blasey, blah.
I'm waiting on the 40-second damn transport.
You know, that's another thing too that you got to keep into account is the time that it takes to spawn some of these ships. Like, was it 13 minutes for the Taurus? Okay, new document. New document. Making my screenshot right now. Control V. There we go. Boom. Boom. Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, so for the Taurus, if you don't expedite it, it's going to be close to 13 minutes for you to get it back.
Right.
But
So
if you expedite, then it's only 4.
So a Carrick is 45 minutes, just to give some context. A Carrick's 45 minutes, and like a Star Runner, I think is like 25 or 30. So, but shit, if you're gonna make 4 mil profit, it might be worth expediting, right? Just eat the 10,000 or 15,000 or whatever it is.
For my guy, it was $6K to expedite the Taurus, so I put that down as well as part of the cost.
Right.
I mean, it only bumps it up to 4.334 instead of 328. I mean, it's still 4.3 million.
It's marginal, right?
Yeah. So yes, it is worth it to pay the extra 6K to get my ship here now, and the time it takes me to run back, go buy my gear, and then run back to the ship, that'll eat up that 4 minutes, and I've got my shit ready to go.
Right.
Can't believe it, man. 160K, jump to 8 million, and no elevators fucking eating me yet. I had one little glitch trying to fucking land.
Dude, you must have did your elevator, worship to the gods. You're like fucking,
no, fuck no, man.
You're like, hey, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me. I'm good. I'm on your team.
No, I just had to sell my soul to Satan.
Yeah, don't eat me. Don't eat me.
No, they can't eat me anymore. Satan will fuck them up. Oh, now arriving, really? 7 seconds on the clock. I ain't arriving shit. Now arriving when the doors open.
Okay, I'm in space. Yeah, I'm in space. Okay. I'm so used to the brutal ass trip to you're gonna have to when you go to buy that or sell it, it tells you your per unit price.
Yep, and it tells you the full amount too as well.
Right, but I'm just curious about the individual per unit purchase sell, right? Because I wrote down the purchase price, and so I'm just curious what.
Yep. My Taurus is already ready. Hell yeah! See, I told you it'd eat up that 4 minutes just running back and forth like that. Hangar 6. Get the fuck out of here.
Come on. Come on. There it is. There it is. There she is. Okay. There she is.
Because, like, the Taurus is okay. I just don't know if I want to buy that one. I'm not looking to get one better than that. I'm actually thinking of getting... It is a bitch and a half to get in and out of these stations with those giant ships. So I'm trying to find like that happy medium where it's like
believe it or not, the Taurus is the happy medium. It's the smallest of all the cargo haulers, because you're gonna find that that the C2 is actually a bigger, much bigger ship. But it is nicer to fly, though. It's way nicer to fly. Like, way, way nicer to fly. So to give some context, sometimes you can get away with a little bit bigger ship if it's nice to fly. And so, that you can't really go wrong with that.
I'm clear to launch.
Okay. It's definitely something that you can
Come on, man. Set the fucking route. Are you really going to give me problems now?
Yeah, of course.
Get out to the stars.
There you go. Save. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Hey, I got some more people popping into the stream. Hey, thanks for checking it out. We're doing a run right now. We're doing it in the Carrick. I'm getting a vibe for the experience in the Carrick because the Carrick's got the 490. I think it's 492, 482, 49, something like that. So it's got a fairly respectable cargo haul. You know, it's not quite what the M2 is, but it flies. It's the flying experience is definitely pretty good. So I'm checking it out and seeing what the overall vibe is. I just updated my thumbnail. What do we got here?
Okay, so now that I've got the not being able to set a destination glitch, let's go ahead and just jump to a random point and see if I can kill engines and make that work. Dun, 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 dun.
Let me.
There we go. Reboot.
I don't know if I want to do that. Doing the old space trucking.
There we go. Got my route.
You know, the whole B, when they get the whole B and the whole C finally implemented into the game, you know, I think those will be the ideal ships for this. But when they introduced that A, the volume was so small, it didn't really make it profitable, like worth, even though, you know, it's flexible and it's easy and maneuverable. It didn't really make it profitable to do it. It just didn't have enough cargo. You really need over 200 cargo.
What just happened?
What just happened?
Okay. I'm not going to chance it. Go ahead and cancel back out.
There we go. I'm taking a load to Hertzton. Let's see. They said it was a 40K difference from taking it from the space station to get that auto cruise off. That's how you end up killing yourself. I wonder why the markers were yellow on that old one. Oh, there's a little bit of cooldown on this. I can tell. This is the rental. Yeah, the quantum drive and the coolers make a big difference on that cooldown. That's something you might want to do too. You know, just upgrade everything upgrade everything so that way. Let me see. I don't think I have any money. If I were to guess, I think I'm completely broke. I have 42. I have 42 SCU. The nice thing I like about Lorryville is that it has the markers. Like it's fairly, once you understand it, it's fairly easy to figure out where you're supposed to land. I could put all of this into here. I don't know why it's, there we go. Oh, I reckon, okay, I see it now. I was having a little bit of hard time visually figuring out my approach angle. There we go. Yeah, man, coming into a planet that's got 15K atmosphere is completely different than 50K atmosphere. Completely different. I've also kind of figured out how to manage my landing spots too by getting close to where I want to land, and then it makes it much quicker for them to restricted area. Okay. Please contact ACK landing warning restricted area. Yeah, I know.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Please proceed. Please proceed. I'm descending into Orwellian planet. Ooh, that looks... I gotta get vertical. You can see somebody else there. Two people are taking off. You have an Argos. Can't make those out. I don't want to target them. You have an Argos. Let me get pivoted around here. Give you these tiny ass hangars too, like. Okay. Let me get a little, descend a little bit. This says Argos Aegis Redeemer. Aegis Redeemer. Going nice and slow. Nice, landing gear down. Nice and slow. Try to do it without going into third person view too. Nice. Nice and slow. You know, use the floor to look how the foot pedals are. Nice and slow. We got equal spacing on each side. Now we need to go a little bit to the left. Nice and slow. That's the beautiful about this floor, like. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I think I bumped something. Ooh. How are we looking? Okay, it looks like our pitch is a little down. We gotta fix our pitch. Okay. Are we hanging up? The part of these too is they give you these hangers. They're like super tight. I'm hanging up on something. I gotta do this. What's going on? Oh, I'm hanging up on the side. Okay. There we go. It's just tight. There you go. Get that down to 0. I think I'm here. Is that it? That's it. Okay. It's I didn't get the whole little. Oh, there you go. Repair. Oh yeah, we got some repair. Look at that. Not expensive at all. That was all my money too. Look, 25 SCU. Woo, 0 SCU. Fuel, yeah, 0. Okay, nice. Now the moment of truth. Yeah, the cargo stuff is where you have a lot of times you'll have your. I'm backwards. You'll have your biggest risk because if your ship crashes or man, this thing barely fits in there. You have like a foot on each side. I wonder where my phone's at. That's interesting. Everybody's standing on benches.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Please visit us again.
I think I want to go to the Metro Center. No. No. Oh, that was quick. I want to go to the admin office.
Step away from the platform edge when train is approaching. Next stop, Metro Center.
Metro Center.
Man, this warp seems to be going a lot longer than usual.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I noticed that it seemed like the warp was kind of drawn out, and I didn't go far.
I canceled mine to change to a different location just to see if it was like a glitch or something, but
Please watch your
it seems like it's about the same amount of time.
Yeah.
I'll just drop back out and reset my target.
Oh, that was weird. Got a little rubber band there. So we have the, yeah, we have to go that way. I think,
Welcome to Metro Center. Transfers to the perimeter.
I'm looking for the admin. Gate 4. Prime line. Shit, I'm kind of a little turned around. Pretty sure it's there's their hospital. It's been a little bit since I've been here. I think I want to go L residence.
I am 38 mil out to get there.
Okay, admin office. That's what I thought. Very nice. Very nice. Sell. Carrick. Oh. Oh, that's a that you know what? I think that's a bug. I don't think that's so I bought it for 248 and I'm selling it for 253. And I think it's meant to be 2.53. I think there's a
You think there's a what?
so I bought it for so I made about 200,000.
That doesn't seem right at all.
It doesn't seem right at all.
Orson, where'd you go?
I went to Hertston instead,
Nope.
but
Did you sell it or did you just push the bar over so you can see how much you're gonna make?
I sold it. But I'm gonna go pick up. I'll go pick up another load. I'm ahead. I mean, I'm ahead, but
Right. Well, you'll see what happens when I land and.
well, they sell here though. They sell. I can buy fireworks, and then I can buy construction material. What were you buying?
Early on, I was buying the construction material from the other place and selling it over here. So if you're already there and it's close to where I'm at or where I'm going, then try picking up the construction material and moving over here to sell it to see if you can make the double profit. Because if it's a shorter distance, I'd do that. Where are you at compared to where Crusader is?
I'm at Hertston. So this is what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy the
It's not even close.
No, it's super close. They're the two closest planets. I'm gonna buy at Hertston and I'm gonna take it back to Area 18. I'm gonna take this back to Area.
Well, okay. Before you do that, all of our cargo runs today, me and Bren have only been one direction, selling it to Orison. I don't know what'll happen when you try to sell it back to the origin.
Right. Well, we'll see. We'll see what the profit is. We'll see. So I'm buying 268 SCU. 268. And the part of the problem too is that I didn't have a lot of money, so I didn't buy the full thing. So, but you're saying that you bought construction.
That's what I started with.
But
for the
you were
last
buying it at
20
Area 18.
runs,
You're buying it at Area.
It's buying construction at Area 18 and then selling it at Orson.
What is?
Doubling the money every time.
I wonder if you can figure out what they buy. You know, like, let me Google this. Um, um, okay, so is this it? Is this the website that I would go to? Yeah, okay. So I can go to trade, right? Trade routes, and then I can select, I'll select cat. Okay, let's go 268. Submit. Zero, zero, zero. Oh, is that? No result. Trading. Trade route, Best Buy. Trade route, Best Buy. Okay, we're gonna do. What we say was construction material?
Yeah, construction material.
Okay, well, there was fireworks. Let's see amount. Let's say 250. Okay, submit. So I can sell this at New Babbage, Port. Okay, and then construction material. Let's find that one. Okay, construction. So New Babbage or Port Tresler. I'm trying to remember where Port Tresler is. Port Tresler. Okay. So I'm gonna buy the construction material. Okay. Max funds. So it was 124.75. Okay. Port Tresler. Okay. Purchase. Got it. Got it. Now I can get out of here. Is it this way? No, it's this way. I think it's this way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yep, yep.
Welcome to Metro Center. Transfers to the perimeter of space.
To spaceport. Yep. Yep, yep, yep.
Be considerate of your fellow travelers. Do not lock doors. Now arriving from TISA Spaceport. Stand by and let passengers disembark before boarding.
Okay. I gotta take a leak.
Mic off. Mic feedback off. Mic on. Mic feedback on.
Step away from the platform edge when train is approaching.
There we go. Got all turned around and shit.
I'm on the final leg here. I am on my way to Orsa now.
Now they got the ice cream truck driving around at 9 o'clock at night.
Hey,
Trying to give the neighborhood diabetes.
gotta make that buck. Who knows if he's actually selling ice cream? Could be something.
Hey, yeah, you know, that's a valid point. That's a valid point. He's probably selling something else. And just cleaning up, right? Cleaning up, making like 6 figures.
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
That'd be a great front.
Vehicle
Nobody
selected.
expects the ice cream. Man.
Stand by.
You could be selling them special treats.
Your vehicle has
Hangar
been
1.
delivered to the base.
Hangar 1. But he likes to pull in front of all the fat kids' house and sit there and wait for like 10 minutes.
I was talking more like edibles, but sure.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. I'm just saying like currently the way he does it is he'll park in front of the fat kid's house for like 10 minutes, and then eventually the fat kid comes out, and you know, until the fat kid, you know, verbally abuses his parents until they finally cough up some money for some ice cream. So New Babbage, Port Tresler. Oh, this is a giant hangar. What a contrast from where it made me land. Holy shit. When I landed here, it gave me the tiny, tiny, super micro hangar, and this thing is like, wow, what a contrast. I was like, had it like 6 inches on each side, and I was parking it all crooked and shit to try to get it in. I think this is the fast way technically. Let's see if this is quicker. I never go this way, but I think that seems like a long ass stairwell. Where am I at? Oh, I skipped a floor. Oh, it's definitely not. Unless I missed. Let me go back to Habitat. I just climbed up past a stair. Is this a one-way thing? Did I just climb past? Come on, open up. Is this not a thing? No way, that can't be a thing. Let me step away, because I think this is where the push to release. Is that not functional? Oh shit, okay, whatever.
All systems online.
Mic off. Mic feedback off.
You are clear to launch.
Alright, almost in range.
Mic on. Mic feedback on.
Yeah, the speed in the Starlifter's probably the best for getting in and out of planets. I think the Carrick and the Caterpillar are similar in their planetary descent and climb speeds. I'm getting 150 getting out of this planet with a 50 degree pitch. Okay, it's sped up to 250 now. Now I got a little higher up in the atmosphere. 256. Yeah, that's definitely better. Because with that Caterpillar, I mean, you're like creeping at like 147, 150. It can get brutal to get in and out of atmosphere.
Right, I'm heading toward my landing bay.
Another thing that I noticed a lot with the Caterpillar is it would tomahawk over on me a lot. So what did it say? Port Tresler? I think that's this. Yeah. Is this you right here? What is this? Is this you right here? Oh, that's Everest. I could work there though. What do you got here? Is this did I not link that? Did I not? I did not. Oh, you bitch. Okay. Wow, it's doing 1,000. Wow.
Alright, I've landed. Oh, goddamn. It's always stressful until it's all done, because once I'm on the base, then, you know,
Yeah, once you got it stored, you're good.
Come on, no whammies and stop.
You got to see what the per cell price was, because at Hertzton it was 253 per unit.
Okay. I didn't get the per unit when I bought it though. But
Well, I wrote the I wrote the per unit down when I bought it. It was 2.48, and then it was 2.53 when I sold it.
Here I am a Crusader, and I gotta run around and tram and blah blah blah. Don't mind me, just have a naked lady running. I love how the security guards just stand there and be like, "No, nothing to worry about. Nothing to see here. Just a naked woman running through the promenade."
Well, and in the future, you're probably chipped. In all reality, you're probably chipped. So if they would know before you even entered the planet if you were a threat because you're chipped. Like they don't need to beef up security that much because as soon as you came out of orbit, they would fucking ball your ass up.
Well, that plus I can just regenerate my body. Shit, I just missed the tram, so I gotta wait another minute. Oh well. So yeah, this is bullshit. I've been to 3 different fucking websites, and every time I keep finding cool chips, and they're all like concept bullshit. Like, why the fuck?
Yeah.
Are you, like mixing it in with everything?
Yeah.
Have a separate fucking link to all like concepts and keep it to the.
There's only 4 that I know of. There's only 5 that I know of that you can justifiably there's more. There's like 7 or 8, but the problem is 4 of them are under the Taurus's cargo, and so when you really get under that 200 mark, it's not really viable. You got to get above 200 SCU for it to be viable, and so you have the Taurus, the Caterpillar, the C2, M2, and A2. That's it.
What about Hull B? What's that about?
It's not out yet. It's supposed to be the next one in the lineup because they just released Hull A like literally a week ago, and that was 64 SCU, which is nothing, right? Which is nothing.
Yeah, it's garbage.
Yeah, and so, but really that's a concept ship. That's to if you look at it, like if you watch some YouTube videos, there's some technology they engineered there to work out like the ship collapsing and expanding and the way the cargo panels work. So they did the small one first, and then the next one is going to be the B, which will hold triple or 4 times the amount of material, and they got 5 variants of that. They got A, B, C, I think there's a D, and the D version is supposed to hold 1,000. But you're not going to be able to get that on planets though, right? That'll be strictly for space.
You ain't departing with me still in it. Fuck you. Alright, here we go. I'm going up the ramp, getting ready to sell.
What?
Alright, now let's get all the details here.
Let me Google Microtech. New Babbage admin office.
So, Constellation. Okay, now they are offering me 500 per unit. So
Oh, it's double. It's double. It's
because
double.
I'm selling here for the event, I presume. So for my audiovisual equipment, I'm about to sell the entire lot for $8.7 million.
$1 million.
Literally.
Wow,
$8.7 million.
that's interesting. That is double. That is interesting.
So all this time I thought I was only going to make 8 mil, 10 fucking mil.
Yeah, okay. That's worth
That
the
was originally still based on the concrete. Like I said, this is the first time I got to sell the AV. So 8.7 mil. God damn.
that's worth the
All the bullshit.
all the bullshit, right? Because I know you can sell it at Hurston, and I got $250, basically half the cost. But I only paid 2.48. me see something here. Oh, I haven't been feeling good all day. I haven't been feeling very good at all the day. I kind of like had a little bit of a headache, and you know, I thought if I got up and did a little workout, I would feel better and drink some coffee. Thought that might help, and then I, you know, cooked a little food, and I thought that might help. And I just kind of been like trying to chase it all day. Um, you know, I thought, well, if I get a little exercise, I'll feel better. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Well, shit.
Share the show.
Now that I just finished that run,
you're a millionaire.
I can. Is it better? You know, no. Wait. I'm trying to figure out, like, to get to where I need to go to buy a ship, should I still take the tourists and go there? Or should I kill myself, spawn back at the other place, and then take a smaller ship to get to the buying ship?
That's not a bad. Have you just? So I have. Wait. If you're at Crusader, they have the. If one, yeah, well, Orson is where Crusader's at. If
Right.
you're there, they have across the way. Just take the tram to the. Take the tram to the. My brain is not working. The showroom, and you can see the Starlifters there. They have the Starlifters on exhibit. You're already there, and I think that's where you buy the C2 and the M2.
Yeah, it is.
So
That's where I bought mine.
yeah, so you're already there, so you don't need to take if that's what you're going to get.
But see, I haven't figured it out yet.
But
so
but
I
it's
guess I don't need to go anywhere just yet.
yeah, just take the tram and go. You can go look at them, physically look at them, and they fly really good. They do. They fly. The C2 and the M2 fly really good for ships of their size, for their cargo capacity. They fly wonderful.
I don't see the point in the M2. It's only like 112 cargo.
No, it's five something, 522.
The M2?
Yeah, the M2 is 522. The C2 is 700.
Well, which one is like 100?
That's not any. Well, that might be the Mercury Starlifter is 134.
Oh, the A2. The A2 is 216.
Right, but that's not 100 either. So the A2 it drops the Moabs. The M2 just has more guns, and the C2 is just the cargo variant. And the way to remember it is 2, 2, 5, and 7. I have the M2 on loaner, and so but the problem is there's an armor rework planned, and once they redo the armor rework, the physical armor rework, the 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 M2 and the A2 will be substantially beefier than the C2. Like they'll be heavier, be a little slower, but they'll be way harder to kill because they'll be like flying fortresses. Where the C2 will be fairly easy to take down because it's not armored up. But right now there's no real difference. They're just all clones of each other except for the other gun mounts.
If you want to, I can summon a C2 because I bought one. If you want to play with it.
There you go. That's a great. But I think there's one on the exhibition floor though that he can actually walk through.
Yeah. Yeah, I can double do the.
I'm just trying to see like which one seems appealing and which one like fits the needs that I'm looking for.
But man, if you crash that thing with a full load, it's painful.
Wow, 22 minutes to summon this fucking thing.
Yeah, well, a Carrick is 45. A Carrick,
yeah, true.
You know, but it's definitely up there. on the spectrum. Carrick's
Are
got.
you done your runs, have you? You stopped doing the trading?
Huh?
No, he did a couple more. He's just looking to figure out. He
Yeah,
wants to upgrade.
I just cashed in. I got to sell my first set of audio visual, and now I'm over 10 million.
Oh, nice. So now you're going to spend some money.
Damn right. That's why I'm shopping now. I'm looking on the web, trying to find the right chip before I blow my wad.
Have you got a Cutlass yet? I'd definitely get one of those. They're only like 800.
Oh, the Cutlass Black? Yeah. Yep. I would buy that Cutlass Black. Yep. There's 4 variances of Cutlass. There's, black, red, there's a steel. You want to get the black.
If you guys want to try out mining in a mole, we can do that.
Oh, what did that run you? How many mil?
5.
Yeah, I was looking at getting a mining vehicle. Best option for mining.
You could get the C2, the Prospector, and the Black, and still have a couple of million left over. That will give you the best trader, the single person mining, and a good universal for combat and other stuff.
What about the Odyssey? Or is that even a real ship yet?
It's not even out yet.
These websites are so goddamn. Why is it got a list?
It's actually a big problem with the game because they're soliciting all of these concept ships, right? They probably got 20 or 30 concept ships that are like 500 to $1,000, but some of them have been in the works for, like the Javelin's been in the works for 10 years. So there's a little, I think there's a little bit of expectation management that needs to be done, and a little bit of kind of guaranteed, like, okay, this is a concept. It will be out in 2 years, period. Like, there needs to be, you can't have shit out there for 3, 4, 5, 6 years. And if it's not that close, then don't concept it.
I don't know. You can even sell a fucking concept.
Yeah, it's just that they're basically selling, but a lot of times it's way cheaper though. Like this armored vehicle, this personnel carrier shipboarding, that was $100, and I guarantee when it comes out, it's gonna be like $250, $300. I gotta figure out where the admin office on New Babbage is.
Are you doing runs as well?
Yeah, I'm doing some cargo stuff, but I'm not doing the exact same thing. I'm trying to find the admin offices to all these places. Because they all sell audio equipment, and they all sell
Yeah.
You just got to find the admin office. I think Crusader is the one selling it for the most though, and because you got to go through that fucking atmosphere.
Well, they're buying it. I know they're not selling it.
What do they sell there? What do they like when you look at the admin office? What are they selling?
I can tell you since I'm standing right here.
I don't think they do. Just the waste and the scrap, isn't it?
Alright, to buy something. Yeah, they have scrap and waste to buy.
So are you at the admin office, or are you at the brokerage house? Because there's two different.
The brokerage house.
Okay, the admin office is different, and the admin office is where you can buy that stuff. I
Is
just
that
don't.
near where I'm at?
I don't know where the admin office is there.
Are you at the one where you sell the? Yeah,
I'm
that's
at
the admin. That's not the broker.
And why do they give me a fucking hangar that's so small? Ugh, like this bitch is literally. I'm banging the nose. This is not meant to be. Like they're not meant to give me a hangar that is. It's like O.J. Simpson's glove over here. Like what the fuck?
Cousins Crows. What the fuck is this?
That is where you buy components. So if when you buy your hauler and you decide that you want to upgrade it, that is one place that you can upgrade it. But where you're going to run into issues is where you'll run into issues is that repair. Is that it's only military and stealth. Cousin Crows is military and stealth. So if you want to get like industrial stuff, you got to go to New Babbage because New Babbage is all the industrial stuff.
Okay.
Let me write this down. So two problems that I encountered is that always get small hangers. Okay. I'm putting together some, what the fuck?
Providence Industrial Platform is where it works in this one.
So yeah, you gotta find there's the brokerage house, and the brokerage house is only gonna sell you scrap and waste. But if you find the admin office, they will sell you
So what port am I at right now? That takes me to spaceport. I am here. Providence Industrial. Okay, so I'm already at Providence Industrial. So the admin office is on this area. But where at in this area, I have no fucking clue.
right. And maybe that's where I messed up. Maybe I should have gone to the because you sold at the brokerage house, right?
No, this is
No.
the Orson Municipal Services. I did sell the right place. This is their admin office. They call it Orson Municipal.
Yeah, that's what it's labeled. Yeah.
Yeah. So this was the admin office. Plus, at the previous place where I bought the actual AV, the admin office, it was just some other random office building that had those terminals.
So like when I was at Hertzen, I was at the admin office when so like when you were at Area 18, you weren't in the brokerage house. You were at the
He was in Art Corp HQ.
yeah, he was at the admin office.
Vehicle retrieval
Oh, okay.
system.
Yeah,
So I
you
guess
bought
it's
that at the admin
from
office.
Admin to admin. I
Right.
just don't offer anything here to buy this.
Are you there like right above Cousin Crows? Like is
No,
in
I was just at the admin office.
well, admin office is above Cousin Crows.
Right, and I was already there.
So when you go in there, there's just the two terminals, right?
Yep.
Okay. And the guy with the desk is on the right?
Yep.
Okay.
And yep, and he's someone you can actually talk to and interact with.
Okay.
He just talked to me and pulled me into a menu.
Okay.
But anyway, back to ship shopping.
Okay, so it looks like the turquoise line. I take the turquoise line. Okay. I'm in. Okay. I'm watching a YouTube video that kind of shows like. Okay, I recognize this. New Babbage Plaza. Okay. Yep, that's it. Okay, I know where that's at. Yeah, New Babbage, I think might be the most beautiful place. Like I kind of dig the Orwellian like experience of Hertzton, but New Babbage is crazy.
Nearing next stop.
Okay, I recognize this.
Holy shit. All these websites all suck. Even the YouTube videos I'm watching on fucking cargo ship.
Yeah, I do a
There's
lot
this
of
one guy
the
here who said these are the best 5 ships, and they're all fucking concepts. I'm like, they're not the best 5 if you can't fucking fly them.
Yeah. Okay, it's not that one. I think I go this way. Which is just a big circle. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. Okay, so let's see. So this is, what's this place called? I don't think this is the trading center. It's called Planetary Services. That sounds like an admin office. Yep, with 2 terminals. Yeah. That's definitely. Okay, sell. What? So they sell audio visual. Sell. The fuck? I don't know. I don't know if this is, if they're saying that they don't. And the math does not look like it adds up here. So that looks correct. 268 is what I wrote down. Are they not buying?
Well, typically when you buy something, they don't purchase it back from you at the
I didn't buy it here. I bought it somewhere else. And they do sell audio equipment here.
How much are they selling it for?
It won't tell me. I don't have any money, so it won't tell me.
Whoopsie.
Well, no, that's not right because it's telling me how much they sell scrap for. It says, okay, I can barely read it. It's in the red. It says 248. It says 240.
Yeah, that's the right price. 248 is how much it costs at the other place.
Yeah, and that's what I paid for it at.
There's only one place that will buy that stuff.
No, it'll sell at Hertzton too. Hertzton buys it also.
They don't pay double. They only pay $10 more.
They pay. It's not $10 more. It's what it was 2.48, and I sold it at 2.53.
Okay, 15.
No, not
15.
dot, not dot. 253. So I bought it for $2.48, and I sold it for 253.
Well, that's insane. You should be like more than enough.
Yeah, I agree.
That's not double. So I think your math is. How
Yeah,
much
well,
money
I wrote down when I bought it and sold it for. I mean, I get what you're saying. Like, but I didn't have. The problem was I didn't have a lot of volume because I didn't have very much money. I'm going to the Aussie server and see if that resolves my problem. If I can just switch servers.
Okay, so pass. Nope. Orion's not real. Raylan's not real. Okay, so it looks like prospect gonna. Oh, I don't see no option.
I wish you could buy. You know how you buy ships? I wish you could buy like luxury condos. So instead of logging into a fucking hotel room, I logged into my luxury condo with it overlooking the ocean, and a bunch of big old titty women walking around like dusting the furniture, talking shit.
I'll give it 7, 8 years, as you probably can.
Yeah, no, you're right.
There you go.
Yeah,
You're
definitely.
just impatient.
Oh, there's Joseph logged in. I'm beast. I made 10 mil today. Yeah, I seen, brother. I heard about your big money making. Jelly just logged into the stream. Yeah. Um, uh, zombie shooter. It's I use about 20 gigs to run the game. The RAM is pretty it uses a lot of RAM. $55. Let me grab something to drink real quick.
Mic off. Mic feedback off.
I wish they would tell you where to buy these ships at. So if I want to get the Cutlass Black, where would I fucking buy that?
I found a really good site. One sec, I'll put it in the
Mic on.
general.
Mic feedback on.
That link I sent you, it actually tells you. So where the price is on there, if you look up, it's under the category of the place that sells it. So at the very top border, it's the three places that sell it, and that's why the price is like in different slots next to it.
Mic off. Mic feedback off.
Did you see that link?
Yep, I'm looking at it now.
Yeah, that's one that I used. It was the easiest one to read, I think. The black, I think you can just buy at any mining station.
So the black is just a color; it's not an actual. engine.
Well, it's called a Cutlass Black, and it is black.
All right. So yeah, it just says it sells in New Deal Lordville.
The capsule will be
Maybe.
What do you mean? Maybe you just sent me this leak.
No, I thought I saw it for sale in mining stations too, but that might have just been to hire it. But yeah, it definitely is in Lawville because that's where I bought mine.
And then I'm looking at.
Mic on.
I ran
Mic
past
feedback on.
an NPC, and it fucking clipped me out, and I'm laying. What the fuck? I'm laying here bleeding out. I just ran past him, like. The fucking.
He shanked you.
Yeah, he did. He did the whole mafia boss thing on me, like.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's one of my jail buddies.
Like
Maybe
what the.
he's a stream sniper.
Yeah. He just was like prison shank, like Fuck. I don't know what that was about. I just ran past him and it was just like and then I'm laying on this in the stairwell.
Brendan, what was that K-Light thing that?
K-Light? Sorry?
Some sort of ship earlier you were recommending that
Well, the Cutlass Black, the Prospector, and the C2 Hercules.
Okay, so I guess the K-Light thing was Cutlass. I must have got it messed up.
Yeah, Cutty Black, I said.
Okay.
That's what everyone calls it.
Brutal. So I respawned at Grim Hex. Fucking brutal.
So that's 2. The Cutlass I think was less than that. So that's still around just under 4. And if I wanted to get the M2, it'd be cutting it close, but I'd still be under 10 mil. I think I can wait on the M2. I think I'll just pick up these 2. Oh, the M2's in Lordville as well.
So which ones are you getting?
The M2. Well, I know for sure I'm going to get the Cutlass Black and the Prospector. I'm considering the M2 Hercules. I'm still trying to find that sweet spot for transport, but all the ones around 300 cargo capacity are all concept bullshit.
Right.
They don't exist.
Right. So I would recommend, here's a recommendation, that you pick a ship that is because that is a loaner, and there's a high probability that you're going to lose that loaner in the next at the end of the day tomorrow. So I would buy a cargo ship to guarantee that you can continue to make money, because the Cutlass
isn't the event over with though in a couple days?
Well, that
31st.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that the cargo the ability to make money through cargo goes away.
No, I'm just saying like this special cargo that we found is going to
No. The audio equipment's been in the game for a while. It's not tied to the event.
No, but the high sale prices.
Are you sure? Are you sure that it is? 'Cause I don't think it is.
Yeah, I saw an announcement on one of the RSI boards about the special trade goods for the show. I just didn't realize that's what they were talking about.
Ah, okay. Well, was he even talking about a price alert? Because those price alerts hits everywhere. I don't think it's tied to the show, but I just did a run from Area 18 to Hertzen and made like 200K. So
On the AB stuff?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but how many units of that did you take?
I didn't take that much because I didn't have a lot of money.
Is it still selling good? I mean, I don't know if it's worth doing another run or two.
So I bought it for 2.48 and I sold it for 2.53.
Oh, that's only 5K, isn't it?
He keeps saying
Oh,
2.48,
per.
but I don't think that's
Yeah,
right.
per. I go by the
It's
per.
248.
Okay.
No, it's not 248. It's 2.48.
Dude, okay, that's what you're saying, and I hear you. But from my experience, when I went to the vendor and bought it, 248 per unit, not $2.48 per unit.
That's just the way he
Whatever
says it. He means 248.
No, I
Right,
mean
that's
$2
what I'm saying.
and 48 because like there's a point in there. It's
For AV, no, there's no point. It's just 248.
okay. I could have sworn I was seeing a point in there. Okay. Okay, that would make sense though. So you get 10 per
Right, because
A
going off of
thousand
your math,
per
if you were
SCU.
actually buying it for only 2.5 per instead of 248 a per, that's even better than what we're doing right now. And I've wasted time doing jack shit to get where I'm at. Because at $2 per unit and you're selling it 250 per unit, that's like times 500.
Well, that's 100. That's 100-fold, isn't it?
Yeah. So we're going from a double to a 100-fold. I mean, that's easy.
Okay. Okay. But I mean that's I'm just wrote down what it said. You know, it definitely wasn't 248. It had a period in there.
Well, if that's true, then you should buy it at 248.
But I didn't have a lot of money though. I didn't have like a ton of money. So
All right. Well, I think I'm happy with just buying these 2 ships for now. Save the rest of my money for something else,
there you go.
and that way we can actually start mining.
What are you buying? The Prospector?
Yeah, I'm gonna get the Prospector and the Cutlass,
Yeah.
Those
you
are
can't go
good.
wrong with those.
Yeah, those are both great.
and I'll still have 6 million left.
If it doesn't take it from you.
Well, I've already logged out twice today, and money's still there.
Are you
Yeah,
talking about
I logged out, logged in, and logged out, and then it went. It's really random. But then if it goes, I've normally found that the next day you'll get it back. But I don't want to rely on that.
So, where my body's at, is that closer to Loreville, or it's one way, half a dozen another?
Which one?
My body's back at Arcor, and I need to get to Loreville.
Oh.
To be able to buy the
Hey
ships.
Brandon, thanks for joining this stream and help me with my algorithm. I kind of stalled out at like the last 2 days. I stalled out at like 1900 hours because usually I was averaging like 25 hours a day, and then I noticed the last 2 days I didn't get shit for hours.
That's impressive.
I'm sorry, 25 hours. Did I say 1900? I'm in 25 hours a day. And
Yeah, I know that's impressive considering there's only 24 hours in a day.
well, I mean, yeah, but there's more than one person. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, okay, I'll get what you mean. Okay.
You know, so it's like if I have 5 people watch an hour, you know, that'll get me 5 hours. And so
25 hours of views.
yeah,
I thought you were streaming for 25 hours.
no, like 25 hours of viewing time. And they require you to have 4,000 hours. And I'm real close to 2,000 right now. And so I just
Just get 4,000 views and for an hour and you'll be good.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's kind of a slow crawl. It's a slow crawl.
Hey, Brendan, when you were asking about going out mining, did you say that you were doing a prospector as well, or did you say the mole?
Well, I do want to try the mole because I just bought it and I haven't used it yet.
Oh, okay.
I got a prospector too.
Let me go blow my money real quick, and then I could just join you and help.
Yeah,
Ship.
I think
Sure.
that's a good metric too, because you can show him how the mining shit works, because the mining can be convoluted.
I need to equip it actually because it's still with the default head, so I'll do that too.
Yeah, put with the Latham lasers on it or whatever.
The LH ones, yeah.
So are you gonna try to do Quantanium in that?
I'm going to try and find some. I haven't had much luck finding the shit.
Right.
Fuck, one full load in that's probably like $1 million.
Well, I don't think you can. I think the issue that you're going to run into is getting it all in the time period that's needed. You're going to because it's good. The
If
volume.
you get the right rock.
Yeah, I mean, you might be able to find like a 7 ton rock, or 7 ton mass, and then get like 50K worth of 50 SCU worth of cargo. But then the time to gather it up is it takes time to gather it up. So then you're eating into your 10-minute window or your 15-minute window.
But you can have 3 people gathering at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
I know it'll be really hard to get a full load, but if you did, yeah, you're laughing.
Are you gonna go to the planet and do it at the planet, or are you gonna do it at the
I'm gonna try the Aaron Belt, yeah.
the Aaron Belt? Okay. I found when I bounced out of the Aaron, I found the planet. If I went from the moon to the Hurl one or whatever, it was much quicker. Like it was a very short trip. But from the Aaron Belt to the Curl one, it was a decent trek. It was like, this is a little tight. Many times, I would have that 2-minute warning. It just was a little tight.
When we're using the mole, is there an ability to like tractor stuff in while you're mining?
Yes.
Yeah, you either tractor or mine, but it's got 3 lasers, so one person could mine while the other person's tractoring.
Right.
But no, you can't do it simultaneously on the same laser.
Oh, okay.
It's a little different than the hand and the rock, because on the hand and the rock you're actually sucking up like gems, pieces. But in the prospector, when you're mining big rocks, you're sucking stuff straight out of the rock.
Okay. So what I'm saying is that since I don't know how the system works, when you're mining from the turret, can one person be mining from a turret and another person can be tractoring from a turret, or
Yes.
is tractoring from a turret not an option?
No, what you said first, yeah. If there's 2 of you, you could do both at the same time, because it's 2 different ones.
Fine. Well, I don't know which one is more efficient to have us both mine and then tractor to.
Well, you have to both mine, and then you try to scoop it up, because
So
there's a
you
time
start off with
limit.
a big rock, and then you break it down into smaller rocks, and then you break it down again, and then the third time you break it down, then you can suck stuff out. So what you do is you break everything down first, and then you suck it all out.
Can someone send me 100? I'm so fucking broke. Can someone send me 100 SCU so I can put fuel in my little fucking Perseus? Because I died. I got shanked on the stairwell, and I couldn't sell my cargo of like 4 mil. And when I respawned at Grim Hex, and I had to fly back to New Babbage. It's a fucking disaster, and I'm so fucking broke. I can't buy fuel. Like it's just I just need 100.
I got it.
You know, because the Percy is so cheap that, and I will get you back. The Percy's is so cheap. I can fill this thing up like 10 times with 100. Where's my? There it is. I can fill it up like 10 times. I was so crazy though. I was just running up steps, and I was like, ugh. I was like, what the fuck? It's brutal.
Yep, broken fang. There we go. Send that. No, I don't want to make another transfer. Good enough.
And that way I can. I'm just so fucking broke. I can get some fuel.
There's a half mil for you. That should help.
Okay, I'll get you back. No. And
Landing gear deployed.
So,
it is cool how you can like, transfer credits in this game. Like, okay, so F2, fuel. So quantum is 72 SCU. Okay, I can fill up and I can make it the rest of the way to Microtech. Oh, I guess. Oh, I'm not filled up yet.
going to hangar 2. pontoon.
Oh, I am filled up. Can I not make that route? Clear out.
So where are you located, Brendan? Or are we still in group?
I think we are. Where are you right now?
There you go. You're 42 million away from me. I'm still currently at.
You're at Arc Corp?
Yeah. I died and went back to where my body's stored.
Okay. Actually, I'll suicide because that's where the mo is. Area 18, right?
Yeah. And I'll just head to the hangars. The elevators by the hangars. Currently naked, but I don't think it matters because we're not going into anything I need to suit up or have.
If you look at my mining video, I posted a document in there that gives you the PDF of how far you have to travel from each planet or base to get into the Aurora Belt. So if you're going from Nucor to the Aurora Belt, I would recommend looking at that document because every place is different. Do you remember me showing that to you, Brand?
I just pushed me way in front of this guy trying to get his ship and then suicided, and they just like blew us a kiss. I saw that document.
Okay.
I got it marked. It's good.
Okay, I put it in the description section of the video, so that way I really need to download it. That way, if that share drive thing goes away, I still have a copy of it. Let me check something real quick.
Oh, I'm getting helmets again.
Oh, from dying, you mean?
Yeah, for like the whole day. Every time I died, I just get the suit and not a helmet.
I wasn't getting anything. Like, it was pretty brutal. For a long time, I was just buying them. I wonder what the Argo what some of the other Argo ships are going to be like. I think if I buy one, I'll have to rebuy. I'm supposed to have the C2, or was supposed to have the C2 as a loaner, and then it just disappeared at one point, because if you had the Caterpillar, you were supposed to get the C2 as a loaner, because the Caterpillar's all boogered up. And but then it was gone. It was just gone one day. And
you melted it, didn't you?
No, I melted the Caterpillar, but the C2 was gone way before that, like weeks before that. And then and I just come to the realization that it was, having this stuff that needed to be reworked or non-functional, it just wasn't practical. Like, I really only want to own stuff that's fully functional. So if they're coming out with a, like that data running ship, that's wonderful. You know what I mean? Like, cool story, bro, but that shit don't exist in the game. And here we are 4 years later, and it still doesn't exist in the game. I might as well burn the money and use it on something I can use. I'm curious though. Tomorrow is going to be Crusader. I'm curious if what kind of packages they're gonna have, like if they're gonna introduce any new concept ships. Because every day they've introduced concept ships that weren't in the lineup, that they haven't had before, like new stuff.
They got the Scorpius at the moment, and I tried that. I didn't like it. I mean, it's fast in the atmosphere, but as soon as I took off, two of the guns literally just fell off the fucking ship.
Well, I hadn't had that experience, but I agree. Yeah, I prefer the Hurricane over the I definitely prefer that. They say it's more maneuverable, but I think they've said they're going to nerf it in the patch. And then the other issue is that the turret is kind of janky in the aspect. I mean, the plane is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. Um, and I really like what they've done with it, but I do not like RSI displays. Those MFRs are, I don't like any of the RSI instrument cluster at all. I hate them all. In the Taurus, it's the same thing. Half time they're glitching out. Um, and so the ships that I like the most are Anvil and Crusader. I like the Drake stuff too, but the problem is half the shit's broken. But like the Mercury Star Runner's fantastic. The Inferno and Ion are fantastic. They got a little bit of a nerf, but they're fantastic. The the C2 and the M2 are fantastic. Like the whole lineup in the Crusader is highly functional and wonderful. Where's this thing at? There it is. I gotta refuel. I forgot on this Pisces that I put the military warp on here, and I should have picked the Explorer, and I could have made it in one trip, but because I put the military quantum, I have to stop and refuel a whole bunch of times. It's brutal. I hope I can sell. I hope it lets me sell.
Landing gear deployed.
The cool thing is though is if I do end up moving to the Philippines, I'll be able to get on the Aussie servers, and that'll be I'll still have good latency or whatever.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Okay. Okay, I'm up. Well, that was 3 fuel ups. That was brutal. Where's this thing at? I wish they would make a modded version of the Pisces, but instead of it being like a little cargo dropship, I wish it would just be a missile rack. Like it would just be like they would hack the back down, or to where you still came in from the back, but it was a single entrance, or maybe you came in from the side, and then just have like four missiles on the back of that bitch. So that way it would give the Carrick a kind of a missile boat option set to where somebody could deploy that bitch real quick, and then go out there and derp some missiles at a target and soften it up while the Carrick bailed.
Hey Brendan, do I need a suit for this, or am I gonna just be in the ship?
You probably need a suit.
Yeah, I think the turrets are enclosed, but I'm not sure.
Well, shit, then I gotta buy clothes because I got nothing here in this inventory.
That's rough.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of shit here.
Some basic stuff.
I have that. I want to hit up the other space station to put the mining heads on it, because I think the ones that come with it are absolute garbage.
Right. It says I can't put the helmet on without a suit, so.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, it's kind of janky. I mean, it makes sense, but it's kind of janky that way. Like.
Right, you lead the way. The hangars
That's
right
the
here.
terminals. Oh, over
Where
here.
you going?
Oh, I haven't summoned it yet.
Okay, let's get this back online here. Let's figure out where are you at? Where are you at? I'm not seeing you in here. Up there you are.
But it's in the biggest fucking hangar. I got lost last time. That's one of the turrets.
There we go, right above it.
Oh, here we go. Ladder.
Have you guys ever messed around with any 3D printing?
Got
Personally,
5.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
I've got 4 FDM, 1 resin, and I've got another resin on the way using lasers.
For FD, are you talking about in game?
No, 3D printers.
Okay, I wasn't sure because I've been doing a little research on it. I was thinking about making a throttle wheel, like when you speed up, you press the W. But if I could, I was doing some research into making my own basically like mouse controller to where I had, and I tried to set it to I have a HOTAS throttle, kind of like the A10 Warthog style. But I didn't like the experience, and I was like, if I just had a big wheel, like an oversized mouse wheel, and kind of remember the old Nintendo game controllers back in the day with the joystick and the 4 big buttons. If I I was thinking if I 3D print a like a 4x6 base with 4 big buttons and then a giant mouse wheel, maybe like a 3-inch wheel with some texture, and I could roll it up and down for the throttle control. That might be a better experience. Because I like the keyboard and mouse, I just don't like the throttle control. Does that make sense?
Well, that's why I bought that hot test, because I didn't want to use a joystick. I just wanted to throttle.
Okay, and you've gotten that to work for you?
No,
Did you say no?
no.
Have you gotten it yet?
Yeah, but it doesn't like me to use the throttle and the mouse at the same time.
I
But to be honest, I haven't really played around with it.
I played around with it for like 2 hours, and I got it to work, but it was reversed, and I couldn't figure out how to unreverse it. And it was okay. Like, it was but I was kind of it was janky. It was very janky. Like, it was not the experience I was looking for. Like, I had to remove all out of the joystick settings. I had to remove all of the presets to everything because a lot of the ship controls are tied into the HOTAS settings, and I'm sure like it's probably a way better experience once you get it set up, but it's just not what I was. It's just not where I was going with it. And I was like, all I just really need is a throttle. I just want like a big ball. For the throttle. So I thought, well, maybe I'll 3D print So what kind of stuff have you 3D printed?
Oh, a bunch of shit.
Have you done any little figurines? Any little
Oh yeah, I got a few of them. I got a the guy from Fallout, the little guy with his thumbs up. I
Okay.
got one of him.
Okay. I've seen a bunch of people a bunch of people like to do they do the paints, but what they'll do is instead of buying them, they'll 3D print them and then paint them. And
Yeah.
that's you know, it turns out to be more economical because when they buy those little figurines, they get it real expensive, and so
Yeah.
they'll just 3D print them. I thought that was interesting too, but I was thinking about this. You know, it'd be like an inch tall or maybe 2 inches tall, inch and a half tall. You know, 4 inches wide, 6 inches deep, and it would just have like a 3 inch wheel in the middle of it, or maybe staggered a little bit off to the side, and I could just kind of roll it with my middle finger, like I could have my palm on the side of the desk and just kind of roll it with my middle finger, and it would just be like almost like a mouse wheel, but twice the size. A little bit more positive control, like or maybe even, you know how when you do the laser and you know how you have to move it like 2 or 3 times to get it to react. Maybe like you know how you got a guitar volume, I mean an amp guitar volume for a guitar speaker. You know how you could turn it, rotate it side to side. I was thinking about that too, like maybe try to get a you know, like a base where it's got the you know, instead of being rotating vertically, it rotates horizontally, and you can just twist it and get a little bit more refined experience. I don't know if any of that made sense, but I was thinking about that way you just hot mouse wheel.
You could just get yourself a cheap trackable and just plug it in and probably use that.
Yeah, I was searching. I didn't see anything that really kind of got me where I wanted to be though. Like I was like, that's not what I'm looking for. Cause I'd be down. You know, if I found something that was like 10, 15 bucks, I would get it. I would be like, oh, that's perfect, and then I would just hotkey it to that. I'd separate it from the mouse, and okay, I'm back. Let's see if I can sell now. Sell. Carrick. It will not let me sell here.
Is it red?
Yeah.
I find if you wait until you get a price alert and then try like 10, 20 seconds after that.
Okay, so the price difference here, it says 125. Like obviously I can't sell it yet, but it's 125 but I bought it for 124.75. Man, that's almost nothing in difference. Let me see. Buy.
This could be interesting.
Okay, the audio equipment here is 248.75. So yes, it is. I wonder if it's not listed correctly there. I wonder if it's if the, like, yes, I paid the 248, but it's actually the way that it's listed. You know what I mean, in the text, like it's a bug. Okay, let me see.
I'm going to have to bring you a suit out tonight because you won't be able to leave the ship.
That's correct.
Shit. So they're, even though they've has it listed, they're not buying it. Like, I'm fucked. I guess I gotta figure out who's gonna buy this shit. Okay, maybe I'm gonna take it up to the space station and maybe they'll buy it. What is this? I'm going the wrong way. Spaceport. I think it's interesting that they're not buying though. Okay. It's brutal. So hopefully the space station will buy it, and then I'll clear my inventory, and then come back down to the planet, buy the audio equipment, and then take it to Orison, and then unload it, and then I'll be done with this shit for the night. Like, got a little notification going. Interesting. Okay. Okay. I also think New Babbage runs better than Crusader. Crusader is just as brutal with the frame rates. Oh, yeah, somebody else popped in the stream. Okay, left.
I got your suit. Send me right back out.
Nice. Did you get him a hot pink one? With like,
How did you
like,
know?
with like little fluffles, little frazzy fluffles on it, you know, like.
Yeah, how did you know?
I just know you. I just know how you are. I just know that you like the most obscene thing possible you would do for him. Like you'd make him suffer and then record that shit and laugh about it.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the
Yep.
following
I couldn't get a pink helmet though, so I had to get a sea green one.
Oh, there you go.
That's what it takes to.
Yeah, this hangar's a little bit bigger. The one they had me in before, like that shit was brutal. That hey folks, if you're watching the stream, don't forget to hit me up with a like. It helps me out. But yeah, when you land to do these hangars, they stick you in the smallest one. It's like the O.J. Simpson glove. If it does not fit, you must acquit. Like that shit is unbelievable. Look at that. Look at that spacing on that. You know, you get like a foot and a half of room. Oh, that's not good. Okay, that's okay. So last time I did this, does it Okay, so let me see. Can I look? Is it blocked off? Will it not? It will not let me get off on that middle. That shit is permanently blocked off. The fuck?
Nice.
Are you looking at stream?
No, I'm looking at him in a pink and green suit.
It's like that's what you get. That's what you forget for not managing your shit. Yeah, no, that's hilarious.
So what now? We actually gonna get to do some mining?
I need to store the ship so I can put the stuff on it.
He sounds intolerant now.
We need to, yeah.
He
I know
sounds.
that I'm intolerant. I've been playing for 2.
Okay.
Alright, and I gotta. So yeah.
We just need to go inside the station for a sec, and then we can go mine. I just got to swap the heads. I didn't want to store the ship with you on it because it might zone you out somewhere.
Yeah, it would. It would. Yeah.
All systems online.
I do feel that the Carrick is a better. I gotta figure out how to get my notifications to where they don't pop up. I do feel that the Carrick is a better like taking off and landing is a much better experience. Let me look up.
Well, luckily they don't count that as fun.
What are you doing to my ship?
Just playing around with the mining while I'm waiting on.
Okay, it looks like spacebar.
It's like floating in space now. I think you might have to land it again. Oh, now it just dropped, and it's...
Oh, shit. Oof, right across the front. Oof, that was tight.
Yeah, let us know when you're off so I can store it and put the new mining heads on.
Okay, give me a second. Just drop out the hole. Yeah.
Thank you. And please visit again.
Now it's dancing in midair.
Try to maintain a 50-degree access. There we go.
So that's funny. While you're modding it, your icon chip like your.
Okay. There we go. In. See if that makes a difference on the trajectory. Oh, interesting. Like the antennas come out. Interesting. .45. It should start speeding up here once it gets past
Are you off?
Yeah, I'm in the elevator shaft. Is it still not letting you do anything to it?
I'm just, like I say, I'm scared to store it till you're right off. Give me a sec.
That's bouncing around out there on the deck.
It's scary shit.
Mic off. Mic feedback
I
off.
hope it doesn't explode. It's like 20 minutes to recall the thing.
Yep, I just went to the lobby to make sure that just in case me being there was causing issues. I am chilling in the lobby until you're ready.
Yeah, just shouldn't be one in a minute or two. Fuck, I forgot about this. Yeah, fuck it. Let's just... The terminals are bugged. I forgot about that.
That was the worst fucking CGI I've ever seen.
The
Mic on. Mic feedback on.
you're gonna have to let me know what that experience is like in the mule. I'm curious if that's if you're satisfied with it.
You coming?
Oh, finally ready? Just watching videos on my phone.
Yeah, and we noticed that. Yeah, we hear you laughing. Like a little schoolgirl. Aw, hee 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 hee.
Yeah, coming from the guy who needed some money, someone else who just started 3 days ago. Yeah.
Right,
Touche.
right, right, right.
Well, he's got your money now. It doesn't have to be nice.
Well, it doesn't. You know, the thing is I didn't expect to get prison shanked on a stairwell. Yeah, that's the problem with the cargo stuff. Is it can be very janky in the delivery process.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Like arguably, this thing should be doing the space dock instead of going in hangars because it's so big. It should arguably segue. You know, they should reclass this into another category for landing purposes.
That ladder there, that's where the main mining turret is.
Alright, going down.
Don't jump in it just yet, though, because I think it will clip us out.
Oh, okay. I can just stay down here and hang out then, right?
Yeah.
Actually, no, fuck it. I'll just go up there in the co-pilot with you until we get to where we're going.
Now you're safe, just as long as I'm off the pad, you should be fine. When you get into it, like the whole thing like extends out the front, like this whole ship like transforms. We can just try some rocks here too.
Press some buttons. As a co-pilot, I can only really just like screens and provide information. I don't think I can actually fly this thing. Let's see. Power off. Click on that. That's got a weird fucking voice.
Boom. Okay. F2.
Literally just for show.
This thing does not stop quick.
So from the pilot seat, can you scan these things to see like which rocks are worthwhile?
I think so. I think from the co-pilot, because all you do is press tab and it'll populate, and then V key will let you do a tighter scan. So it's possible, yeah.
As the co-pilot, I don't have access to that. I just hit tab and it does nothing.
Oh, it does nothing? Okay. Sometimes it's hit or miss, and sometimes when you're in turrets, it works.
Yeah, literally the only thing I have access to is power on and off to the screens, but I can't even like modify. Oh, there we go. I can screens.
I think you done the power, didn't you?
Say what?
I think you moved the power because it wasn't like in the middle.
So hit F7 and F5 and see if it cycles the power.
Let's find out. F7.
Just give it a kind of a second
No.
too. Did it work?
No.
Okay.
F5.
Because the Connie's the co-pilot function works. The co-pilot can change and alter power and weapon configurations, which is nice. I prefer that. But it seems like most of the ships it's turned off. Oh, hey Brett, mate, it's up at 5 a.m. Crazy,
Shit.
man.
I nearly run into the fucking asteroid.
Yes, you did.
Do you know who Alex Han is?
want center or you want me to go left or right?
That's up to you.
Alright, I'll take center then.
This is 29% diamond.
Is that good or bad?
It's not horrible. Diamond isn't worth a lot though, but it'll be a good one to test on.
Alright, now you get to tell me what buttons to press and what the fuck to do. Alright, first of all I gotta power on. Alright.
Yeah. Yeah, Alex. Hey, Alex. Thanks for watching, brother. I appreciate it. You know, all the love I can get. Yeah, I'm trying to do the mining, trying to do the cargo hauling thing, but I ran into a few issues. I got shanked on a stairwell, which turned horribly wrong. They respawned me at Grim Hex, and I had to fly all the way across the galaxy, the known galaxy.
It's like the hand mining.
Yeah, it's similar.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Yeah, just a lot more power. Hand mining is like 9 amps. I forget what measurement of power. And then a prospector is like 192, and I'm sure that thing is probably like 300 or 350 or, you know, exponential on its power consumption.
So I can't like get the laser high enough to hit it from this turret.
Yeah, and I'm barely touching the bottom of this thing, but like, I've got it up to the intensity where it's at optimal, but I'm not seeing anything else. Oh, what is that?
That's the extraction one.
Okay, so apparently I'm not there yet.
It's like a long way from the side turrets to the pilot seat.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. So when you're solo farming, it's real hard to get all the way through that thing. Okay, admin. Gallerina.
So yeah, raise the ship up a little bit so the other turrets can
Yep.
reach it.
Okay, find the admin.
So is there any way to like look at this thing and like know that it's doing something?
Yes.
You should see the heat rise in the same way you do in the rock and the hand one. It's on the right hand side.
Ooh.
There we go. Now it's starting to move.
Okay, so I bought
So
this for 124.75, and they're gonna buy it for 127.50. 127.50. Yeah, if the construction, yeah, it is shit. Okay.
Yep. So the one run that we were running earlier.
So I make okay. Yeah, it's not, let's see, buy. What do they got for buy? Scrap. That's actually expensive for scrap. Holy shit. Okay. And then, okay. I think I'm gonna do this. Although, okay.
And now, like, we should be able to break them down individually. So if you hover over one, you see it pops up like what's in it on the right hand side.
Yeah.
So that one you're on is 7% force and 92% junk.
All right, so don't use that one.
Yeah, so I'd bother that.
The print. This one has the diamond in its chunk.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Vehicle
Oop,
select.
it's getting too hot.
Stand by.
Yeah, don't let it explode because that could really hurt. Yeah, let it cool right down.
Your vehicle has
Yep,
been
it
delivered
is.
to the following location.
Well, this one's got 89% diamond in. that hurt.
This one. Everything.
There it is. Holy shit, that took forever. Hangar 3.
Okay.
So when they highlight in purple, then you can get the stuff out of them. But this one here is 91% diamond.
That's interesting. I've never seen a diamond. Is it quantanium in there also?
No, just diamond and bourse.
Okay. Yeah, if you're doing unstable loads, you can just fill up on everything. Like,
So how do you know? Oh, never mind that.
Yeah, it just goes until it gets everything. I think to do this, we're going to have like the... how far down can you pan in that turret?
I can go straight down. That's it. If you can see my laser.
Let me
That's
get
as
to
far
the...
down as it goes. So straight down from the nose of the ship, and then it goes straight out, but it won't go any higher than straight out.
So where you are there is all the way down?
Yeah.
That's about 70 degrees, isn't it?
what's your initial tank of the mold with the laser restrictions and the distance between kind of getting around it? Do you find it more challenging to get kind of lined up on stuff, or?
Yeah, you definitely got to know where the arcs are and put the rock exactly in the right spot.
I mean, if it was real life, I would just put duct tape on the window for the arcs.
All systems online.
You know, get a Sharpie and draw brackets.
Well, the rock that broke off had the one with the most diamond in it, and I can't find where it went because I have limited view.
That's interesting. Yeah, they're coming out with a new one. I was trying to find it on the website. Let me.
What's this one have? Hold on. Go up a little bit. Yeah, hold on. What does this have?
That's purple, so you can just
Yeah,
extract
this has
it.
got the diamond. Okay. I just want to make sure it had diamond in it before I started. God damn it. There we go. Because the other chunk to the left doesn't have any diamond in it. This one does. I didn't see it hiding behind the big rock.
Is it purple?
Yep, it's extracting.
Oh, no.
That must be the missing piece I was looking for when the rock exploded.
Kind of annoyed you. There's no way for me to see the cargo.
Alright, that's all the diamond that's in this area. Of these rocks, anyway. What's left in that bigger chunk is only 18. May not be worth it. Oh, there it is. Hold on. Go up a little bit from where you're at right now. There's that one that was missing. Let's see. Material. Oh, there. Never mind. There's no diamond there. I'm gonna cancel that. Yep.
There's another one 5k away.
Okay.
I don't think you can't scan to see what's in him till you're like, I think it's under 3k or 2.5k.
Landing gear raised.
Yeah, I see the one you're going towards. That's 3K.
Means your talking balance. I think you might have blown up one of my engines with that rock.
up a little higher so I can actually hit it with the laser.
Just try not to hit the fucking thing. This one's 5% gold, 8% diamond, 32% corundum, whatever the fuck that is.
Hello.
It's up to you.
Thank you
We
for
can go to another one.
contacting EDL Landing Assist.
We're just trying it out.
Alright, cool.
Just trying to find the right spot to put the. I'm gonna try the right turret too this time. Or the left one.
It's almost at optimal, so let me know if you're about to fire so I can pull it.
No, I'm nowhere near the turret yet.
Okay, cool. Then I've got it balanced. I'm still sitting in optimal. Back off a little bit.
I can't move.
Why is Bessie shaking?
Hopefully I can get this hangar. I'm doing hangar selection this time. I'm just driving in front of the hangar I want, and instead of them letting them pick the hangar, I just flew in front of the biggest hangar I could find. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh.
There we go.
Ooh.
That was a clean break.
Ooh. Ooh. That's a little close. That's a little sketchy. It's a little sketchy.
It's got only 7% gold. What's over here?
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Nope.
Alright, really? You're gonna give me the one way the fuck over there? What the fuck?
Alright, this one's at 50% gold. We'll stay on it.
I do like the way they split apart.
Yeah, it is cool.
Damn it.
There we go.
Alright.
Alright.
I think this is too small. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, 100% corundum.
100% diamond. Hell yeah. What is corundum? Is it good shit or no?
I have no idea.
Awesome.
It's usually when it's high density of something, usually it's good though.
You know, I can see cargo, but it's not going up.
Inert materials. What
What
is
the
this?
fuck? Can I get into that?
I can't hit these fucking rocks. Can you hit the ones down the very bottom?
No, I'm still up on top.
Oof, that's tight.
Okay. I can't
Oof.
get anything else that isn't busted yet because I can't go further south.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's just corundum and a little bit of gold.
Oh, this one's good.
7%.
What are you doing?
Let's go and break this one up.
What's going on? Oh, am I landed? Did I land? Oh shit, I just plopped down. Man, that is incredibly tight. That is incredibly... can you see the stream? Look how tight this shit is. Like...
Synchronized.
Yep,
Are you getting good at the mining now?
it's fun.
He's not blowing this up. Yeah.
Nice.
I only had the one fracture and it didn't kill us, so we're good.
I'm kind of concerned why the fucking cargo isn't going up though. Yes, so that one's 90% in there. I wouldn't bother with that one.
Well,
So with the rock mining, the inert it just ignores it because you just pick up the gems. But with this stuff, you do actually pick up the inert too. So it fills up your cargo with junk.
Right. Right.
this one's 14%.
Which becomes a challenge, right? That's why there's a bunch of mods to avoid inert material.
100%.
And I think those mods are disposable as well. Yeah, I
Oh
don't.
my God, it still says 0.
The Kraken thing, I think they have it assigned to the wrong subcategory because I don't get that in the M2 or the C2 cargo haulers. I only get it with the Kraken, and it's like what's going on, you know? So it is an issue trying to squeeze the like. I put it in my notes. I'm making some notes of the issues that I'm having with the Kraken, and I put it in the notes. So I got the one is the dock selection is all jacked up, and then the store, and then the other one is the what was my other note? There was another note I took that was like I forget what it was already, but it's I'm putting together a list and then I'll post it. I'll do a trouble ticket on it and see if I can. Oh, did I go the wrong way?
100%.
Oh yeah, I gotta go with the subway. It's opposite way.
That one's good. That is no inert to it. It's corundum and gold, so that's not bad. It's 99% corundum. And these fucking controls are sensitive. This is corundum. Okay.
Okay, it's this way. I'm getting it all turned around.
Inert.
There you go. Getting all turned around.
99% corundum. That one's still okay. There's 47% gold on that one. Is 47% still good enough?
Oh yeah, I'd say anything over like 20% is worth. I mean, we're just testing.
Oh, my outfit is here from when I died. My outfit's respawned in the inventory. Interesting. I don't know why my guy this straight up looks like
Speaking of testing,
full I don't want to use the R word, but he definitely looks like he's been drinking paint.
okay, so you can't break down the smaller ones anymore because I'm not getting the gauge. That sucks.
Yeah, but once they're purple, I mean, you either suck them out or you don't.
Yeah. Is this one still breakable? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool.
Nearing next stop.
Homeless spaceman? Yeah. It's derelict. Derelict. Remember that movie from Zoolander? Derelict. From Zoolander?
There you
Yeah.
go.
Back in the day, that was actually a great movie.
The Mugatu campaign.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Oh, that would be a great guild name. The Mugatu Guild.
Mugatu.
Yeah, that'd be a great org name. The Mugatu.
Or just Mugatu.
Yeah, you got all the rocks.
Shit.
Okay, make a right.
I just broke one, so I'm looking.
Okay.
The way it broke, I can't see behind it. There's other rocks that I can't see here, so we gotta move the ship or rotate around this.
I fucked up.
Where? Tell me which way to go.
Just basically try and flip us to the other side of those rocks.
Mugatu.
There we go. I can see something.
Oh yeah. Okay, make a right.
Are you good?
Yep, that's exactly what I needed.
Okay, let's see if I can buy Carrick stereo. So okay, 248. Okay. I'm buying 158 SCU.
Looks like everything else is inert.
So 158,
Yep.
and it's costing me 3,910,102. Okay, that's everything. Purchase. Yes, it's almost 4
I
mil.
definitely see how you need like a good crew on this one, like having 2 or 3 people going at the same time. Like you
Got
need
it.
at least 2 lasers coordinating like their percentages to break the big one, and then you can split it up where everybody's working on their own.
Right.
The trick with the multiple lasers is like these laser heads have no buffs on them, but the ones you buy and replace, they have buffs. And when you do more than one on a rock, you can stack the buffs.
Cool.
Is this? Can you buy this? They sell smoothies.
So,
Have you
in a laser
cleaned that?
position, I can do the map thing and look around, but whatever reason,
So sorry, this one's clean.
yeah, we're done with that one.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm gonna head to the mining station. I want to make sure I'm actually getting some fucking shit, and this
Okay, that's a good
She was-
time for me to cut out of. So I'll go back with you just so we can see.
Yeah.
Okay.
You maybe stream it on Discord and show them your option set, like what refinery process you're going to do. So if he decides to prospect on his own, he can figure out how to deposit the ore into the refinery and like do the sub menu and select. I'm fucking turned around. I think it's this way. I was pretty sure. I came out there. Okay, there we go. I knew something didn't look right. Hey, welcome. Somebody else popped in. I think that's you though, isn't it? Bryn, did you pop in? Yeah.
I refreshed it because it wasn't playing.
Yeah. Looks like there might be another Brit guy in here. He's asking about you. He was the time frame. He's like, oh.
Yeah.
He said he moved to the colonies. That's colonies is what is that? Isn't that like arguably most of the world at some extent? Colonies, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, you could say that could be anywhere in Africa. You could say that could be the Caribbean. You could say places in India. You could argue, Hong Kong. Like, I guess if you wanted to be
America?
vague. Yeah, well, yeah. yeah, for a short period, yeah.
That's how you started off, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Australia, Hong Kong, yeah, India.
Yeah.
For this tiny little island in the fucking ocean, and like we conquered a lot of shit. We also got conquered a lot as well, so it's give and take.
Did I turned the wrong way. I got turned around. Okay, so I fucked up. I don't think I was supposed to go into the hospital. I got turned around. I think it was this way. Is that the same thing? That's the same thing. Why am I fucking turned around? Did I get off on the wrong place? Spaceport.
When
Okay.
you have some more time, subs, we can do the dual prospector mining. I can show you how you do the quantum and that. That's a good shit.
Yep. Yep. But as far as colonies go today, I think you have the Caribbean, and then I think you got some places in South Africa still, and then
Well, Hong Kong got their independence, and I
yep,
think I'm not
yep.
sure if India did. I think they did
I
too.
think India did too. Yeah, and then so it's just really um,
You
like,
got the colonies, then you got the Commonwealth, haven't you?
and then the Commonwealth would be Australia and Canada. So colony,
Well, there's a lot.
I think it's just the Cayman Islands, like off of Caribbean.
And you got Gibraltar, and there's a couple other places too.
I wonder if geography in the British school system is like amazing because they're like, yeah, we own this, and we used to own this, and now we own this, and you have to learn the whole fucking world to, you know, versus
Have you
America.
ever seen the where they get school kids to draw maps and they compare like the rest of the world to America? And when Americans draw a map, it's like the whole planet is America, and then there's a couple of little
Yeah, yeah,
dots for the rest of the.
yeah, 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 yeah. I've seen
You
that.
know, when I was a kid, I'd see maps of America, and I thought, for the longest time, I thought it was really weird where you had this like dead straight line at the top where it was just straight into the ocean. I didn't realize there was like the Canada above it because you only ever see America on the map and nothing
Right,
else.
right, right. It's crazy too, cause did it just kill me? No. Whew, I thought the elevator was gonna terminate me. It's crazy too because the land mass, geographically, you go from one state to the next, and you experience this in Canada as well, but you might drive 10 hours, 15 hours, 30 hours, just obsessive amount of time to get across the state, hundreds and hundreds of miles or kilometers. Where like at that time I was in Asia, you can drive across the entire continent in like 4 hours.
Yeah, it's the same in England. You can go from Land's End to John O'Groat, which is like the very southern to the very northern tip, in 10 hours. 10
Okay,
hours in Canada will get me to the closest international airport.
right, right. It's just the scale of sheer mass.
I think, like, I'm in Saskatchewan, and I think England will fit into Saskatchewan 5 or 6 times.
Right,
It's just nuts.
right.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Okay, retrieve.
Vehicle select.
Hopefully this doesn't turn into a fucking disaster. All right. I'm having some bandwidth issues, it looks like.
Your vehicle has been
Hangar 20. But that's a problem. I've noticed that there's some hangar issues with the Carrick. Ooh. Turn around, idiot. Watch him fall into the abyss. There you go. Hangar 20. That's a lot of hangars. Holy shit, that's a lot of hangars. But yeah, the hangar, like the way that it's designated or classified, they almost have it classified as like a hurricane or something, a medium-sized ship, because this thing fits in there like, I mean, it's unbelievable how little space you have on each side of this thing. I mean, it just barely fits in there. I mean, don't get me wrong, I prefer flying it over a lot of ships. Like it's way better than the Carrick. It is much better experience than the Carrick. The Carrick needs some love so bad. Like just even getting out of atmosphere is brutal. I'm hoping that the new mule that they come out with, in 2 days from now is nice. Too far, too far. I'm hoping that it is, a nice little ride. because this thing doesn't have a real big you know, forward bay, so there's not a lot of options for it. You know, I was thinking that 1200 that G1200A that they, you know, that was in concept sale might be, you know, might be a good little ride for this, but it doesn't have any cargo. It just has the missile bay, so it's like, if it had a little pickup truck, it would be perfect. But I don't need a little car with 4 missiles. And so I was looking at the Cyclones, and I thought, well, you know, I could put 2 Cyclones in there with you know, each having 1 SEU. Let me look up at the top. You can see the Tobii eye tracker. And did I click the button? Yeah, I clicked the. There it goes. It's going. Is it?
You are clear to launch.
Okay, it's going. Let me look on this side. I moved too far away. Yeah, it's going. I can see. I look up with the Tobii eye tracker. Okay. All right, it looks like it's all the way. It's got that little beam, that center mount seat rest in the front, but the down view is amazing. Like if I lean over to the left, you know, fantastic view in this. Way better than the Caterpillar, and way better than the you know, the Starlifter. Like, okay. Let me just do this. Just because I don't want this to turn into a shit show. I'm not going forward. I'm not pushing any buttons. I'm just going straight up. Okay, we're out. Landing gear. Another thing that I've noticed with the Carrick is that it doesn't tomahawk over. I just want to go a gradual progression. I don't want to go too crazy. Okay, it doesn't tomahawk over. I try to get about 45%, 40 degree. Maybe a little bit more, like 45, not too much. I just try to hold this, and then I'll do a little boost. I want to get my speed up. That's good. I'm just trying to get away. Oh, hey, Alex. Let me. There we go. I'm a little too low. Yeah, no, you're right. That's where I'm actually heading next, is Orison. But you're right. It's brutal. It's brutal to get out of Orison.
Alex is still on, is he? Do you play, Alex?
Yeah, he's in. He's in. Hey, Alex, give me a like if you can. A like. I need all the love I can get on the YouTube shit. It's fucking brutal. I've had this channel for like 5 years now, with 1,000 videos. It's just fucking brutal.
I am digging this suit.
Just for you, big boy.
I really wanted to get like a floral helmet, but they didn't have one.
That's unfortunate.
So you can see like the ground underneath. Look at the city. You see the city down there through the floor of the Carrick.
So are you gonna share your screen, Brent, so I can take a look at what you're doing?
Sure.
The whole mining thing, and then that way I can get the fuck out of this game and go to bed.
Let me see what I'm still my pitch is still a little low, but I'm still climbing.
That working?
Yeah, 1 second. I'm gonna put this gear in the fucking inventory. Kill myself again.
Oh, thanks, Alex. Yeah, do you play? I have done already. I'm done. I do.
Ass up, head down.
Yeah, you ought to group up with us. Yeah, we do run a shitload. If you look at the videos, the playlist, we do a bunch of bunker missions. We do a bunch of HRTs. It's pretty much our regular loop. Is here. I'll give you the Discord info so you can jump in also. Where is Discord?
It's right over there. That's where Discord is.
Right there. Copy. I got a bunch of tabs open. Copy.
I can X out of the Steam.
Paste. There's the Discord info if you wanna you want to join in. Okay, 17. Okay, now I can set route. Watch it catapult me into the planet too. Take that off. I can tell a big difference though from the rental Carrick to the fully upgraded Carrick.
Hey boys, I just joined your Discord.
Hey,
Yeah.
welcome.
But hello.
This is Alex, right?
Yeah, it's me, guys. What's up? How are you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of one of the motivators of this streaming is to also get more folks. Like that's pretty much how the 4 or 5 guys that hang out in here are all from the stream. So that's partly the intent is to kind of improve the overall community.
I'm just so surprised with like how you've uploaded so many videos and you don't have a lot of people on your stream, and I don't get it.
Yeah, I think there's some hate from YouTube to be honest. I've posted some shit in the past that I know is not kosher anymore, so I'm probably shadow banned.
What kind of stuff were you uploading? And it ended up putting you into.
I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if that's the case, but it was.
Let's jump in another channel for a sec, so I can show you.
Right.
I really don't want to get into it, but it was kind of some anti-software company located on the other side of the planet.
Okay.
You get where I'm going with this?
I get where you're going.
That have a red some stars somewhere, and they buy up all the companies, and they bought one of my favorite games. They bought that company, and I was not too happy about it. And I had some. I don't know if that got me, but I noticed that from a political standpoint, it is probably not PG, but I've also been pretty.
You don't have a liberal approach on YouTube, it doesn't work out for you, does it?
Yeah, but it's not that it's just I was more not so much critical of the purchaser, but more critical of the purchasee. I was disappointed that the company that got purchased was a Scandinavian company, and they just was like, man, why would you give up your company to your freedom of development to a larger conglomerate powerhouse that falls under a red team? I'm speaking very vague in code, but
that's what it's all about. The world runs on money. Like I used to work in finance, and I understand that.
Oh.
If anything has a bit of profitability in it, a venture capital firm will jump onto it, or a large company will
just absorb
buy it out.
Yeah.
They don't care about the company culture or anything in the case of, how it supports everyone else in a sense, or how it makes its customers happy. It's all about making money as fast as possible.
Right, and I get it. I get it. I do. I get it.
I think the best example we can use to this day is with Battlefield 2042. Like,
I don't know anything about Battle 2042. I know so little about it. Like I've seen a little bit of it, and I'm like, it looks interesting, but I kind of disenfranchised myself from the Battlefield experience, like Battlefield 1 or 2, and I've just never looked back. So I don't know anything about 42.
So Battlefield started off with quite a
Mic off.
small
Mic feedback
team,
off.
I would say, very similar to the way Star Citizen was, from the beginning, and then it got bought out by who is it again? I think by EA, but EA treated them like a small company when they bought them out from the start, to fund the games and to fund the projects. And then what ended up happening was once Battlefield, obviously got off the ground, they, started inputting more cash into it. But then also EA management, they had like a management change where they started focusing more on just wanting to focus on profitability and not focus as much on quality of work. So that's where you kind of see your Battlefield 2042 has completely lost its culture, which is something that Star Citizen still has. Is that it's got a culture
Mic on.
where
Mic
they're
feedback
not
on.
influenced by money as a focus, but focused on the players and what content they push out to make sure that they can keep their people happy.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. I didn't know that. You know, and I know that, you know, the market has been transitioning from, you know, this to where it was lots of DLCs, and then it transitioned to lots of microtransactions, and then it transitioned to, like, the newest thing they've been talking about is these NFTs, and then that's going away because crypto is under so much pressure, and it looks like it's being heavily regulated, so that affects the NFT spectrum, and yeah, so it's you know, and who knows, but I get the profitability. I get it, right? Because if you don't,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, if you don't make money, you can't buy assets and resources. And it's crazy how these games end up being like multi picture movie picture expense. You know, it's like making Lord of the Rings or making, you know, what I can't think of any movie that, but you know, like $1 million projects. You know, with CGI and editing and animations and, you know, it's just it's crazy how the expense of this stuff spirals out of control.
That's the cool thing about Star Citizen is that it's crowdfunded.
Right.
It's not
Wow.
it's not, you know, it's not influenced majorly by, you know, external sources, you know, such as venture capital firms and you know, banking systems as well. Sorry, banking firms and banking institutions. It's completely reliant on its people
Right.
that play the game, like you and I.
Hey,
So,
Alex, I hear an accent there. Whereabouts are you from?
He said
South
like,
Africa originally.
oh, so
But
I
I live
was,
in the
Oh,
UK.
okay, yeah. It's very similar to the British.
Yeah, I
Sometimes I
live in
get
the UK. I've been living here for like 8 years now.
close to London.
Everyone just guesses. Whenever there's a foreigner, you gotta be in London, right? No. I live in Buckinghamshire and High Wycombe.
Oh, yeah. It sounds like a southern accent, just a twinge there, but South Africa also sounds southern to me too.
why, what was this? What was the reason for segueing out of South Africa?
Out of sight. Why I moved out?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
There's
How
a
can I
lot
be
going on there.
politically correct? Yeah.
Okay.
Racism.
Yeah, I'd say
Let's be careful with that because I don't want to get
I'd
my
get shadow banned.
yeah. So let's be careful. We're like I want to
Of
hear I
course.
really want to hear this conversation, but this could go sideways real quick on me, and I would lose. I'd get this like 4-hour
worry.
stream.
You won't have to make this a political channel. It's fine. But it's mainly based off, you know, crime and lack of opportunities in South Africa.
Okay, great, and
yeah.
like crime. Yeah, everybody gets that, right? And so
Yeah. It's like wrong place, wrong time. But the thing is, like, that's everywhere in South Africa is wrong place, wrong time. So, you know, the crime is terrible, and then also, yeah, like the access of jobs is terrible too. Unless you are of a different background. Yeah. So that does have some limitations that can create for you.
I'm gonna finish this run and then close the stream down, and then we can have a more of you know, just a descriptive dialogue. But yeah, but yeah, so you have a Carrick? Oh, Brody just.
One I've rented, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, how long have you been playing?
About 2 years now.
Oh, so quite a while. Okay.
Yeah.
Brody just popped into the stream and said hello. Yeah. But so you got any ships? What have you pledged anything?
Man, no. I have like only over like I got 1.5 million at the moment. But the case of my jets is like I still have my starter jet, and I haven't bought anything else. So
okay,
trying to make it up, but I've got assignments to do at the moment. So it's the reason why I'm up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I've been working all night on assignments. I haven't had any sleep, so that's why I was just be able to like jump into your stream and get a bit of a taste of how everything is going on in the verse.
Okay.
I see. everyone's jumping onto the cargo missions.
Ye-
Like that's the big thing.
Is it? I don't know if it is. I
Yeah.
mean, I kind of like I've been doing it. You can see that I've been doing it for a hot minute, and so it's kind of like there was a phase in my life when I did this for real, like a job. You know, as a commercial driver. This was 25 years ago, but there was a phase when I used to drive, 18 wheelers, and so a part of me remembers that. So I'm living vicariously my past, fucking Star Citizen, you know.
So you feel like a road trucker now.
Mhm.
This is your
Yep.
your version of an 18-wheeler.
Yep. Exactly. You know, and so, and then trying to get my head kind of wrapped around the economics of it too, and what I'm curious how I forget what they call the system is. It's not quantum, or I forget what the.
Quantanium.
Say again.
You talking about Quantanium?
No,
Mining Quantanium?
no, it's
Or
the new.
quantum?
It's the new system that they have for running the market. It's that starts. I think it starts with a Q. It's so like when they're short on something, prices go up, and if they're overstock, prices. And in this last patch, the iteration was the introduction of it was fuel is what came into the system with this last patch. I forgot the name, but it's like it's the first part of the injection of the economy, and so every patch that I think they're gonna.
The one thing they brought up was the server meshing.
Right.
So
this is not it. It's called I can't remember the name. It starts with a Q, I think, and it's like basically every patch they introduce one more commodity into because if they just dumped all the commodities into this patch, it would break the game, right? But if they just do one at a time, so that's when they introduce fuel, and so the fuel.
Because these trading routes you're doing now is based on because of the events. So they have like these special supply and demand products that you can purchase and sell based on the events. Because Invictus needs more fireworks, so they add that as a product that you can buy and sell, or import and export. And that's why everyone's been jumping onto it, because it's a special product.
It is, but normally you can move the stuff around the verse and still make a profit. You pick it up at Orison and you take it over to New Babbage, and you make $1 per SCU, and then you make 20 grand or 30 grand for that run. And so I was doing that.
Usually you only mainly buy that stuff from one of the planets around Microtech, if I remember correctly, like medical products, and then R Corp would have like fireworks and that, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
But then you wouldn't be able to go to any other parts of the verse, and you couldn't find fireworks, or you couldn't find any other medical equipment or anything like that. But now they're trying to do that within every single point, so it has a better access opportunity for everyone to be able to trade those products.
I hope so, because I would run into dead end loops, and then I would not be able to offload stuff, and then that's when it becomes painful, as you're like, man, I can't figure out where to get rid of this stuff. And then you have all your wealth tied up into it, and then at one point you get like 30K crash, and then it's gone, and it's like, oh.
But I'm sure you remember the amount of times like your computer used to crash, or the server used to crash, and you used to have like over 1 million units worth of stuff in your ship, and you lose all of it when you spawn back in.
So the game really has only been playable. So I actually got into this back in 2017, and I wasn't able to get off of the planet. It would crash for me. I couldn't get off the planet. So I could walk around. I would have a lot of frame rate, and then it would crash. And I was like, okay, I need to let it wait. You know what I mean? I need to let it chill out. And so I'd wait a few more patches. I'd try it again. The experience was better. But then when I would, try to get off the planet, it would crash. And then only until 3.16 was it playable for me. So I got back in 3.16, and I've been playing almost every day since. Even though I pledged.
I took a bit of a sabbatical as well, yeah.
Even though I pledged fucking 5 years ago. Like. You know, 2017 is a long ass time ago. That's when I bought the Caterpillar.
I bought a new computer because I ended up I think I was running like an AMD graphics card, like a 5700 at the time.
Oh, that's okay.
And I thought that was a lot. And so I ended up, buying a new graphics card. So I got the 3070. And the only reason, this was during COVID, the only way I could get a 3070 was buying a whole new computer.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you have to buy another 32 gigs of RAM, to make sure.
Yeah.
But I think that's one of the most incredible things about this
This-
game.
this-
Like
the-
the amount of
Resources
people
is
are willing to put into it.
crazy.
It's
Yeah,
insane.
it's
Yeah.
crazy. It's probably one of the highest resources, and I just did an upgrade too because I was like, man, this thing's pushing a lot of heat. Like, holy shit. And so I was even researching to like I got an older machine. I was like, okay, I'll offload the stream onto an older machine, and I bought a bunch of cables and a little adapter, and I couldn't get it to work. I could not get it to work. And then I was like, okay, maybe I need to, not buy the cheap knockoff stream card. I'll get the good one, and I just haven't gotten around to it. I'm like, But here, I'll pull this. If you're still watching the stream, I'll pull this up and let you see this craziness while I'm, quantuming across the galaxy. Is it this one? I think it's.
How bad is it going to get? Like, are we going to have to start taking, ice cubes out of our freezers to make sure we keep our computers cool or something? Or,
Here, look at this. Here, it might take a second for it to look at the madness on this. And I noticed that the quantuming is just such a heavy resource too. Like, can you see that?
What do you mean?
I don't know if it's up yet. There's usually like a 30-second delay from when I put something up on a stream.
Oh, there we go.
You see that?
Yeah.
So from quantuming, it went from the utilization to 95% just from quantuming. And then when I dropped out of quantum, you can see it kind of cycling back and forth to 68% utilization from fucking 92%.
The temperature of your GPU, you could cook egg and bacon on that.
Yeah. But look what it is though. Look what it is.
Piece, it just drops.
You see,
and it chugs back up.
Yeah, but it's a 6950. It's the most current generation graphics card available on the market, and the fucking quantuming across the universe maxes this bitch out. Do you see that? Like now it cranked down to 50, but for whatever reason the animation on the quantum drive is just, it really needs some optimization. It does. But it was going from look at the hertz, 2300 hertz, and then but once I get out of here, let me move this out of the way and park this thing. And we'll see it once I get back to the station. You'll see a substantial drop off. Like it'll cool down. I mean, where's this? I don't want to crash into the planet. And I'm also running it at 1440p too. That's partly why it is as much heat as it is.
You have a pretty stacked computer.
Yeah.
You've got a Ryzen 9 6700 XT in that.
Yeah.
And how much RAM are you sitting on?
It's 32.
32 as well. Okay.
Yeah. But even this fucking game will.
It does, yeah.
It
uses 100% of everything.
Yeah, it just taps it the fuck out. Like, I surrender. Like.
You're gonna have to install a nuclear power plant in your house just to keep the electricity going.
Yeah. Like at one part, it was running. Like when I was quantuming, the current power consumption was 340 watts. I was like, what the, But when I'm out of quantum, it dropped down to 130. So I can't find this. Let me
I'm like my FPS is always sucking. I don't know if it's because I don't know I haven't overclocked it yet, or you know if it's just like I've always make sure the updates are done. Like I just can't figure out why my FPS is still so low. Like it's always under 60. It might be due to my monitor. I'm not sure.
No, well, what is I know like I did so I was having some issue with some display ports, and I was running I was doing like right now it's on HDMI, and it seems this monitor seems to like the HDMI better, but I was running it on a DVI, and I think the DVI port on the monitor has gone bad because sometimes it just won't, the monitor won't like fire up, and but if I run HDMI it's fine, no issues, right? And so but I was running the 1080p on the 1440 monitor, and that I could almost not tell the difference. I would just upscale it, and I was like, man, I don't think I can tell the difference. And so the overall experience was just as good with like fairly crisp imagery and fairly nice, and um, yeah, the temp dropped down to 66 until I went into quantum again, and the fucking wattage went from 130 to they have to fix the animation. It's just too much, right? To quantum, it's just too much of a load. Look. It jumped. It went from power consumption to 100, like 132 to 267 to quantum. Like I'm literally quantuming. I'm fucking like bending space and time with the amount of power that I'm sucking to quantum.
Because Joseph in your chat is also mentioning like he gets similar performance to me, but like he gets up to 90 FPS. Like mine stays under 60. So I need to figure out what on earth is going on. I'll also use a display port as well.
So I figured out that if you turn off, and the problem with Crusader is it's because of the atmosphere. There's a lot of particulate processing, and so once I came into the atmosphere and I'm flying in the atmosphere, my power consumption dropped to 90 watts. So I went from 265 watts of draw, quantuming to 90. Like what the fuck? Well, why does it take so much to render quantum drive? I mean, you're just static, right? It's playing an animation.
I wonder if it is actually rendering all of the other planets around you.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. Maybe it is. Maybe.
Because ideally, what you want to do is, if you are quantuming, is you are creating like a secondary loop outside of the actual verse itself to make sure that you don't have a full utilization of the server that you want.
Right.
So,
but it's crazy though. Yeah,
that's
no, I don't know,
like
but
my logical way of looking at things.
It's just crazy to see the system requirement to quantum across the galaxy. It's like, oh, it's gonna raise my power bill by $8 to quantum across the galaxy.
Yeah. Good old Brody says he's running an RTX Titan.
Yeah. Brody picked that up. I've known Brody for 4 or 5 years now. Brody picked that up back in while ago, before the cerveza sickness, and so he was able to get it at MSRP, because during 2021 that card would have been like $6,000.
Just checking over here because the Titan RTX, that's a mad lad GPU.
It is. It's not in a lot of ways. It's not really for gaming. It's more for product development. It is a commercial grade card.
Trying to hack nuclear codes.
Yeah.
The looks of it.
Yep. So my temperature here. I'll put this. I'll see if I can get this. But you can see where my temperature, right? Oh, it doesn't let me be tabbed in. But you can see where the current temp dropped down to 60. Right, so it dropped 10 degrees Celsius from just coming into the planet. And this place isn't optimal. If I was on the moon, I could probably, if I was on Yala, I could probably utilization 60%, clock speed 600, versus 22 or 2400. You can see it cycling, but tremendous difference, right? From just the load, it dropped down by 2/3.
To quantum.
From quantum, yeah.
Because if you're flying at this altitude over Microtech, it's like playing Minecraft. Minecraft has better FPS, honestly, when you're flying over places like Microtech.
Right.
But the other thing I don't get is like when you come into Orison, you don't have like bad FPS, but when you're on the ground in Orison, the FPS is terrible.
Oh yeah, that's a valid point about yeah.
Because I'm wondering how many things have to render in while you're in Orison compared to like Microtech has bad FPS because I can understand that has a lot of assets to load into, but when you're in Hurston,
I don't, to be honest, I don't know if it's the assets or the environment, because Microtech has a lot of atmospheric environment that's always taking place, snowstorms and shit moving around that you don't get in Hurston, you don't get on the moons, and so I think that's why there's such a load in Microtech, is the atmosphere. No, you don't think so?
I'd say a lot comes down to the buildings, and like especially when you went into where that like little yoga area is, you notice how your FPS just plummets.
You're right, but I don't see it on my end. I think some of that is, I noticed that the resolution and the scaling on the YouTube side of it sometimes is a little like, I'll be like, man, that's not the experience that I have. I'll watch it afterwards a little bit, and I noticed that the experience is quite a bit different from what's being displayed on YouTube. So I think there's some throttling due to bandwidth.
Yeah.
And
from my personal like gaming on Star Citizen experience, like my trading routes, I always go through to Hurston because I know that the FPS there is good.
Okay.
And I don't have to worry about having a computer screen that looks like it's an old 1890 TV,
Right.
Or 1890s TV. I know
right.
TV, yeah, but I'm just saying that's how bad it is. So that's why I try. Like Microtech is way too far to go and do trading on the other part. Orison is an absolute pain because you have to come out of a 2-hour atmosphere.
Yeah. Surprisingly, I've kind of found a little workaround. You can summon a Pisces, and then you can get out of the atmosphere at like 600 meters per second, just some crazy speed that nothing else can achieve, and it will allow you to just burn it, right? So instead of it being 100 meters per second, it is oh, okay. It's like it keeps stuffing me in these micro.
Yeah, it happens all the time, especially with the Carrick.
Yeah.
They'll always put you into the smallest landing bays.
Like I'm looking at a bigger one right here, and it will not. It's like this is the one. So that their placement for the Carrick is the wrong one. It has to be, like if I was in the C2 cargo hauler, it'd give me that big one. But I like the Carrick. It generally flies pretty good. It's got great visibility. Like that actually improves the experience quite a bit, because although the Caterpillar, I've done a bunch of missions in the Caterpillar. Although the Caterpillar is a pretty cool ship by design, the Acitrometic can be problematic in getting it into the hangars and stuff, and then it doesn't have any torque, so when you try to take off, it doesn't want to lift off the ground, and so you're like fidgeting with it to try to get it to get off the ground, like trying to cant it forward or cant it backwards to.
Well, the other thing is also having that spawn, the little med bay in the Carrick.
Oh yeah, I love it. That was partly one of the reasons that I picked it up, is I wanted we were doing bunker missions, and I wanted a originally I had bought the ambulance, and then I was like, oh no, that one went away. That doesn't count no more. And I was like, oh, damn it.
Because I think like it's a little mistake, you know, the guys from Star Citizen made is that, you know, they expect you to always go into places like Orison and Microtech, you know, to go and do all of your trading and all of your stuff. But I think the majority of players actually just want to stick and operate out of their ships.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And I think also starting a person in these big planets is a mistake, because it just nukes their machine. And whenever I get a buddy to join, their first is like, oh man, I can't run this, you know, and then they get the whole like, you know, I don't want to spend money to play this game. And I'm like, no, it's not like that. Just give it 10 minutes to buffer. like just give it a sec, bro. It'll smooth out. It'll be okay. And then it usually does, but it just creates that initial impression is horrible, you know, because they want to spawn them on this planet. And it's like, no. Create some scenarios like, you know, do you want to be a miner as a profession? Start them on a mining station on Yala, where the load is marginal, right? It's substantially less, and they don't have to load in an entire planet's worth of assets.
Yeah, because I wonder how their servers are going to cope with putting in the new pyro system as well.
Right.
Because I was actually quite surprised to see that with Invictus, that surprisingly the servers are not that bad.
It was rough. It was real rough the first day. It was real rough the first day, and it was so rough actually that you couldn't access your inventory on anything. You would just be like infinite load on inventories, and then of course there was the normal like I can't log in because the servers are stacked and full. But even once it leveled out after the first couple of hours or first like day, you still couldn't. The inventory was just super broke. It was like, but now it's good. Now, you know, it took them. I think there was some networking protocols they probably had to work through. And maybe people realized that there was nothing exciting that they thought it was going to be, and they decided that, oh, this game's not for them. Who knows? But I think the player demand probably.
It's a patient man's game.
I'll agree.
Yeah.
I'll agree. So here's the stats again, right? Look at this madness. So now that I'm out of atmosphere, I'm out of quantum, right? Current temp 62, right? This is still a little high. A minute ago, utilization 50% compared to 90%. I mean, it's still jumping, but you can kind of see for a minute or the other, current junction was 59, but we'll do another. I like how I'm facing the wrong way too. And I enjoy the first. Oh, somebody brought a little med dolly out here. Have you figured out the medical rescue aspect? Have you been able to get that to functionally work?
No, I have not.
Because we've tried it, because we hang out in a crew. We have tried it, and like I've passed out, and they tried to get me on one of those dollies, and then I just fall through the world. Like it just ends up being a disaster. And you know, they're like, "We got you, bro. We got you. Hang in there." And I end up clipping through the world, and it's a disaster.
Health is going down. I just accept my fate and die, and then I hope my body is there when I go back. But
I haven't had loot. I haven't had a loot box, a corpse loot box, since they've initiated the patch. Like I've never had my body and my stuff that's on my body has never spawned since they patched with 3.17.
Despawned or.
I don't know. It says here's the X where the corpse is, but there's never a box or a loot or nothing. It's completely gone forever. It disappears into the ether.
I think I'm getting lucky then, because what is it? I think it was last week. I was in the same situation. Went back to my body. Luckily, all my stuff was still there.
Oh shit. Yeah, I just give
Yeah.
up on stuff. In fact, I started wearing like as much trashy shit as possible because I'm like, well, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's just gonna disappear if I die anyways. And so I'd be wearing like mismatched pink and purple shit and just the entire shit show of So how do you like
So,
how do you like the UK? How do you like London?
it's nice. It's cold. It's cold. I definitely prefer the weather back in South Africa.
Interesting.
I will not disagree with that.
Interesting. More sunnier, warmer, kind of more of a desert environment.
It's damp, isn't it?
Yeah, damp. But it's South Africa is a little bit of everything. So you have like beautiful forests like we have here in the UK, or in comparison to the States, and Canada, of course. And then obviously beautiful mountains, which is the one thing that the UK doesn't have. Well, I don't think the UK has mountains, to be honest. Beaches as well. It's kind of like it's got like a little bit of like Miami and Florida,
Ah.
with a bit of Utah and
Ah,
a bit of
okay.
Kansas,
Interesting. Interesting.
all like wrapped up together.
Interesting.
So it's also because it's like the southern tip of Africa where you get like warm climates, and we also have a bit of a cold climate as well. So it kind of
Very
mixes
interesting.
up. Yeah, very pretty. But I still love the UK though, because everything is organized, which is something that you don't get in the continent of Africa. It's the Wild West in Africa.
I'm all about that Wild West life. I'm all about
Yeah,
that.
no, I don't disagree with you on that. It has its ups and downs, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
'Cause
interesting.
I know that Americans love talking about freedom, but I say if you really want to experience freedom, come to Africa. That is freedom. 'Cause, I think my mate said, how do you define freedom? And he basically responded with like, if you can have someone rob you in the house and then you can bury them in your backyard, that's called freedom. And I'm like, okay. Gosh. But yeah, that's just the reality of the country and the continent. But yeah, enjoying the UK to summarize it.
What do you think about the food? When I was in Southeast Asia, I was surprised by the quality of the food versus the U.S. because a lot of the food that we have here in the U.S. is like heavily refined. So if you go get some chicken, it's actually not chicken. It's like 30 to 40% soy, and then so it's overly refined and manufactured here. And I became aware of that spending a couple of years in Southeast Asia.
I can say, like, one of my first experiences, I'm going to talk about the States now, was when I went to New York and I was extremely jet lagged, and the first thing I actually wanted to have was a Mackie D's.
Okay.
So
Okay.
where I think like our hotel was like near the Empire State Building or something like that. I went to one of like the local Mackie D's in the area, and I walk in, and I'm with my little sister at the time, and I go up to the counter and I ask like, what do you want? I'm like, well, can we please get like 2 cheeseburgers and a Coke and like chips? And like it felt like the whole place just went quiet, and they looked at us and they were like, it's breakfast. And I'm like, sorry, like
Yeah.
But I get that. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Their breakfast is kind of a thing. Like Mickey D's breakfast is a thing. But yeah, I could see that. I could see that. And they don't usually serve until after 10, and yeah. And they got a good breakfast though. They got their staple for a long time was you can get a sausage McMuffin for like $1 or $1.39 for years and years and years. And it'll sustain you like.
Well, my other surprise was Florida. Like, I remember ordering like it was like a small and medium drink, and it was the size of like a 3-year-old toddler. Like that was just mental, absolutely mental. And also like the cars are the size of the spaceships.
Uh-huh. 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 I've owned a few in my life. Uh-huh.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. I got
what
the
is it with you,
I
you
got the
guys and your
Carrick.
big ass cars?
I got the Carrick sitting out in the driveway right now. For real. You
It's
know.
brilliant.
It's even the same color and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's just bigger and better, isn't it?
Well, I don't know about that. Like, there is definitely some fuel pressure, you know. It's pretty painful when you go to get to the pump and you're like, oh, that's $100. And you're like, oof. All right.
Because the one thing you'll notice if you come over to the UK is people are incredibly polite, but then also incredibly sarcastic. And I think that if you don't pick up on sarcasm, you might just think people in the UK are rude, where it's not that case. Like,
No, no, no. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Let me end the stream now. Let me end the stream.
Okay.
I think that 3 hours is good enough. Let me. Okay. All right. And let me shut this down.